Amplified unit. Salute. Top of the morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. It is indeed time to wake up. Get up. Get amplified. Put those massive muscles up in the air. The delts the size of most people's heads. The biceps and triceps bigger than if a normal human being puts both their legs together. It wouldn't equal one of these motherfuckers. Or, if you don't have big muscles, just relax, grab a beverage, and let BC rock out this review of Monday Night Raw, May 1st, 2023, if you don't mind. First and foremost, let me put in the earbuds, if you don't mind. My playback is pretty damn good, pretty damn amplified. So I'm just going to rock out with the earbuds. It's much better for BC's playback. I appreciate it. I got a vanilla latte from the fine folks at Starbucks, and if you don't mind, I also got a refresher from the fine folks at Starbucks. Mango dragon fruit. Also has some caffeine in it. I'm gonna need a double fist on this review because I'm mind-boggled by a lot of the decisions. Most of the decisions from last night, and of course Friday night as well. Big apologies first and foremost. This was 17 minutes of notice before we went live. There was nothing I could do. I have a stacked day today. There was no way I could give you guys even a half an hour of notice that I was going live, and there's no way I can do editing later. So we're going to do this live, one take, shoot the shit with the amplified unit live, and then BC I have to rock out, man. I have a lot to do that I've been putting off, and then other things kind of came on top of that. So we got a lot to do. That's the point. But nothing is going to come before this Raw review, man. We're going to talk all 3 hours. Was the draft, and this is a question for you guys, man. Was the WWE draft, and on your way in, don't forget to smash that up as people file in, even the crowd that is not able to catch this live, early morning, early afternoon, I totally understand. But if you're part of the thousands that are going to watch this later, make sure you also smash the up. My channel members have to. That is a prerequisite for your gold card. Always smash the up. My red team, it's optional. It'd be nice if you did. It helps the algorithm. But much love and respect to every single one of my AMP unit members, man. It is good to be live with you guys. I already see some gold carders in there, man, right now. Renee, G, JR9 Gaming, Janelle Layton, Sean, Eric Leno, Godswill. I see a lot of gold card members. I see my tried and true red team as well up in there. Joseph Ramos, Cat Muffins. What up, everybody? Ben. So, I think the best way to do this, guys, is to first go over the drafts. I'll go over the 3 hours of Raw like we always do with a review. But first, I'm just going to go over the actual drafts that Raw did, round 1 through 6, and SmackDown 1 through 6. Then I'm going to give you guys the list of names that was after Raw went off the air. There was more drafts post Monday Night Raw, and those baffle me just as much. Now, in answering the question, was this a game changer for 3H's Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or was this a motherfucking bust? To answer that question, you have to think about the puzzle pieces that were moved. To BC, it seems like we moved a lot of the puzzle pieces around, but we still have the same incomplete puzzle. The same thing we've been going over for years in this company. It seems like they switched some of the puzzle pieces, but it's the same fucking puzzle, and it's still not complete. You know what? Before I do anything, let's do it the right way, man. I want to know what my unit thinks, so I'm going to put this into a poll right now, if you don't mind. Was the WWE Draft of 2023 a failure? We'll answer it that way. Was the WWE Draft of 2023 at large, Friday and Monday together, does this change the game of WWE? Does this justify all the means that we've come to? Does this goal that was Seth, was it achieved or was it a failure? Guys, please answer that shit. It'll be up in your chat within the next 10 seconds. I need you guys to vote. Was the WWE draft of 2023 a failure? Was all of this hoopla, all of this smoke and mirrors worth it? Did it change the game? Or was all of this rearranging of talent, was it literally just smoke and mirrors? Was it just to a way for WWE is a better way to put this. Was it a way for WWE to kind of steer us away from the fact that they have nothing coming out of WrestleMania planned? They don't know what they're doing. They're pretty much day to day on their operations, hour to hour, minute to minute. Is this a way, like a toy in front of a cat, to try to steer our attention elsewhere? By moving a bunch of puzzle pieces around, we'll think that it's a completely new and better product. To BC, it seems like there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, bro. Let me see where we are right now. I need at least 100 votes, if you guys don't mind. I know I only gave you guys 17 minutes of notice before we went live. I know it's the middle of the morning or afternoon, but I need at least oh, we're already at 100, bro. Oh, you guys rock, man. We already have over 100 votes. 88% of my amplified unit currently. And if you're part of the thousands that are going to catch this later, I totally understand. I did not know I was going officially live until 17 minutes before we went live. But feel free to tell me down below if you guys think this was a failure or a success after the live stream is over, for anybody catching this not live. But for my live viewers, 88% are currently saying yes, it was a failure, BC. Wow. All right, so 13% say no, it was not a failure. It was indeed. It's going to change the game, BC. I'll give this another, I don't know, you guys are rocking out on it. I'll give it another, we'll try to get maybe up to about 140, 150 votes. And then what I'll do is I'll call it at that point, because it doesn't look like it's going to even out. It looks like overwhelmingly you guys are saying that this was a bust. This did not change the game. This was not a success. It was a failure. This, BC, is exactly what you called it, BC. Smoke and fucking mirrors, BC. And that's what I garnered from it as well. Much love and respect to the 13%. That's in the eye of the beholder. Nobody is shaming that shit. It's how you guys feel about it. This happens to be a review show where I did my due diligence throughout the 3 hours, and you're going to get fact from fiction. You're not just going to get my opinion on this review. You guys are going to get the fact, man. We're going to break down every segment in this show. And you guys are going to see with BC how we come to these facts. Let's see, man. So I'm going to call it right there. We're almost at $150 in votes, man. And 86% of you guys are saying this was a failure. 86%, bro. 150 plus votes have been casted. I'm going to call it right there, guys. I've seen enough. My amp unit has spoken loudly. The polls, the poll results will be up in your chat within the next 15 seconds. You guys should be able to see the results. 86% say yes, the draft of 2023 was indeed a failure. 13% say no. So if you don't mind, before I get to the review, let me just go over who was drafted where. I'll try to do this quick and without it being complicated, right? Because there's a lot of names being moved and staying. I don't want to confuse anybody and more than they confused us. So let me start with Raw, guys. There was 6 rounds live during Raw last night. In round 1, Raw selected Rhea Ripley. Ripley moves from SmackDown to Raw, but that's not the big thing. The big thing is Rhea Ripley is SmackDown Women's Champion. Now, we already knew when Belair got drafted to SmackDown, we already knew that Ripley was going to Raw. The fun was out of it. We already saw this in the past. They're just going to swap the titles, guys. There's not going to be a match. There's going to be none of that. They're going to swap the fucking titles. Trust me. So we already knew Rhea was going over. So they just ripped the Band-Aid off really quick. They just got it done snap of a finger. Why the hell is Rhea Ripley not selected with the Judgment Day? Is it because she's a champion? Because everybody else was with their respected groups. Van Halen with one of my favorite bands, by the way. Van Halen was with the Viking Raiders. Zelina Vega is with the LWO. Munchkin is with the OC. Maybe it's because she has a title, you say, right? Okay, I can let that slide. But Rhea Ripley, they ripped the Band-Aid off, and she is the first draft pick for Raw. Now they're just going to switch the titles. Bianca Belair has already said that. Bianca said in a promo that was cut in a hotel room on Friday night, she can't wait to hold that SmackDown title again. It's going to be just as special because SmackDown holds a special place in her heart. So she pretty much told us that they're just swapping the titles. It's the same thing with Gunther, by the way. Gunther going over to Raw, and you knew Theory was going to go over to SmackDown, and that was SmackDown's first pick for last night. But we'll get to SmackDown in a minute. I just wanted to go over the Rhea Ripley shit because we're just swapping titles. And if anybody's okay with that, then you have no outlook of prestige in your titles. How the fuck does Bianca Belair just hand over a championship that she's supposed to have honor in, right? She won the Raw Women's title. She has the prestige in that title. That title is honorable. That's the respect she wants to be known for. To just hand that over, and go, well, it's a different color, but it's still WWE. I'll take it. I don't know how people can be okay with this swapping of the titles. I can't stand it. But Rhea Ripley's number one. Seth Rollins was the second pick in round one for Raw last night. Seth Rollins is staying. So he's going to fucking try to go for this WWE Runners-Up Participation Trophy Championship for the next year, just like he went for the U.S. Championship all of last year, and it did nothing for Sethington Rollins. Round two, Raw drafted Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's a game changer in itself, but that's probably the only time we can say that, because those are two big stars on their own. Owens was always kind of fucking around on Raw. Sami Zayn is the big take there. Judgment Day, Balor, Dominic, and Damien Priest round out round number two for Raw. So basically you have all of Judgment Day. There was a lot of word going around that Rhea was going to split up with the Judgment Day. No, they're all staying on Raw, guys. Round three, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez drafted to Raw as a unit. Now here's the thing. If they're unified champions, wouldn't they not have a specific brand because they have to go to both? Or are they planning on finally unifying the shit and just making NXT, WWE, all the titles are going to be one of the same, and they'll be dropping them in the very near future? Maybe. But the point still remains, you have to think ahead. The fans shouldn't have to be mind-boggled by your stupidity. Raquel and Liv are currently the champions. So wouldn't they be brand not specific? Wouldn't Raquel and Liv Morgan have to be on both brands right now? Or you say, okay, when they lose the titles, then they will go back to Monday Night Raw as simpletons. Is that the game we're playing? Okay. New Day is also rounding out round number 3 with Monday Night Raw. New Day is making the move from SmackDown to Raw. It ain't going to make a fucking difference if they're still the same stale day, because they are stale AF. Very stale. I like the New Day, man. Biggie is just my dog. Biggie is the dude. Kofi, I was down with Kofi. Mania, Xavier, it's still going to take a lot of work for me to get behind Xavier, but I can get there. But this New Day is just stale. And how many times have they bounced from Raw to SmackDown? About 8 times. How many times have they been champion? About 62 times. How many times have they been in a match with the fucking Usos? 8,000 times? My point is, you can just think of New Day and you can think of a numbers chart of how many times they've done shit. That's usually a good indication. Split them the fuck up and think of something different. I don't know how many times we can do the shucky shucky quack quack trombone New Day rocks shit time and time again when the New Day is taking on the Judgment Day or the New Day is taking on Braun Strowman and Ricos shit. Or is the Alpha Academy going to lose to the New Day 87 weeks in a row? I wouldn't doubt it at this point. That's my problem with the New Day just going to Raw. I feel like we're moving puzzle pieces to shut people up. See? It's change. You're going to get New Day and Alpha Academy. You're going to get New Day and Braun Strowman and Ricochet like anybody would give a shit. Round 4 for Raw. Trish Stratus and Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler make the move from SmackDown to Raw. Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey. Same thing applies. If you're not going to do anything special with Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, and they're going to be two fucking jabronis on a jabroni pole, then nobody's going to want to view the jabroni pole. Trish Stratus. Okay, I got to give her a world of respect. This is someone who's got enough money, has a kid at home, maybe 2 kids, who knows. She's living that mom life while also staying in shape and doing all these other photo shoots and getting involved with all these other projects. And she comes back to WWE and she says, I don't want to just do a few events. I'm ready to rock the fuck out. Put me on a brand. So we can dog out Trish all we want, but I got to give her some respect. She's going to be on the red brand. Strowman and Rico shit. Number 5, round 5 for Raw. They draft Strowman and Rico shit from SmackDown, so they make the move. Great. Here's the fucking solver here, right? Because you're not solving a problem. Here, I got something that'll make Braun Strowman and Rico shit a little bit more special. Ready for this? Break them the fuck up! Because nobody is fucking captivated by Roman Reigns. Nobody right now. Roman Reigns is sipping a fucking martini at his fucking luxury home right now. Nobody is captivated by Braun Strowman and Rico shit. You damn well know it. If you pay a ticket to go to a live event and you're bouncing out of your seat for fucking Rico shit, damn, your standards are low. Congratulations. 50-50 booked. You can't blame BC for not being behind them. Friday night, weren't they losing to the Viking Raiders? This past Monday, they're beating the Alpha Academy because Chad Gable will never get a W in this company. Chad Gable is like 3 wins out of his last 50, some shit. I think they actually strung together a couple of house show victories over the weekend. There's a crazy concept. So Strowman and Rico shit make the move from SmackDown to Raw. Bronson Reed stays on Monday Night Raw. And in round 6, Alpha Academy stays on Raw so they can keep racking up L's. Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter, what am I saying? Both move from NXT over to Raw. Now, I believe, JR9, you up in here? I hope you're still up in here. Weren't they going for the tag titles against Alba and Isla? And we all thought that they were going to win it and keep it in NXT. And then Alba and Isla are going over to SmackDown, I believe. So is this another way to unify the fucking titles then? No matter who wins it, they're all going to the main roster. JR9 Gaming says, yeah, that's the title match tonight. So, I mean, Swerve, it looks like either way, one way or the other, the tag titles are going to WWE, the main roster, or are they just going to do some type of schmaz finish and the titles go up for grabs and both of these teams have to go to the main roster and they do some type of tourney? You never know with this company, JR9. What seems like the norm or what should be happening or simplistic, don't overcomplicate it. They'll find a way to overcomplicate it. I want to give a shout out real quick. Member for 3 months, Angel Alega, man. Hey, BC, love your streams. What about Heel Drew winning the new championship? Angel, I appreciate the membership, man. Let me give Angel a salute. 3 months straight of that gold card. Salute. Thank you for keeping BC amplified, Angel. As far as Drew winning the title, I hope you checked out the podcast yesterday. I talk all about my feelings on Drew McIntyre as a heel winning that championship. So definitely check that out, Angel. I talk all about it. So that completes the Raw drafts for last night, not including post-Raw, because there was more names added. But during the telecast, Rhea Ripley, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Judgment Day, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, New Day, Trish Stratus, Ronda Rousey, and Shayna Baszler, Strowman and Ricochet, Bronson Reed, Alpha Academy, Katana Chance, and Kaden Carter, all to Monday Night Raw. Now, to SmackDown real quick. Colin, 3-month membership. They should have drafted Ryback, LOL. Well, that would definitely make this a bust, Colin. Colin, appreciate the gold card. Thank you for keeping BC amplified, bro. 3 months straight. SmackDown, Austin Theory moves from Raw to SmackDown. We already knew that shit. Gunther went over to Raw with the IC title. Obviously, Slapnuts McGhee, Austin Theory, with his little fucking US championship, was making the move over to SmackDown. Again, to me, it seems like we're just moving puzzle pieces unless you make these motherfuckers relevant. Austin Theory is not getting good heel heat right now. It's still, they have him fucking trying to send zingers to the crowd. They have him trying to amplify the crowd to get him pissed off, but it takes forever if you've noticed. You want genuine heel heat? Listen to what Dominic Mysterio has been getting recently. Listen to Dominic Mysterio last night. That is genuine heel heat. Either Theory has it or he doesn't. You've piped in the fake crowd noise, the fake boos. You have them cut 12-minute promos, 7 minutes trying to get the crowd pissed. If it don't work, Jack, it don't work, Jack. You either are going to sink or swim when you get dropped off in the middle of that fucking ocean. Let's hope he can swim. You're moving puzzle pieces is all you're doing. Theory goes over to SmackDown. Woo! This is going to be interesting television. Give it to fucking LA Knight. Yeah. And maybe that title becomes relevant. Austin Theory to SmackDown. Charlie Flair stays on SmackDown. Oh boy, you ready for this? I gotta get the fucking Starbucks vanilla latte for that shit, man. You ready for this? Charlie Flair. Who told you that was gonna happen? BC told you that was gonna happen. BC said that wherever Bianca is, that's where Charlie's gonna go. Because they're done with the Charlie and Bianca Belair, or Charlie and Rhea Ripley shit. So I said, watch. They're gonna feed Kana Asuka to Belair. Much love to Belair, by the way. This is not her fault. It's booking's botches. But they're going to feed Kana Asuka to Belair. They're going to feed Io Sky to Bianca. And then move Bianca over to SmackDown and feed Bianca to Charlie to make Charlie the 15-time champion of the world, one away from her father. That's what's going to happen, guys. I hope, as I'm preparing you for Hurricane Omos, I'm preparing you for Hurricane Charlie Flair. It's coming. Charlie Flair is going to be... So you're going to feed somebody who has had all the momentum in the world with the new personality of the old personality of Kana. Asuka. You're going to feed Asuka to Belair. You're going to take Io and feed her real quick, then move Belair over so that it's Charlie to destroy another fucking talent? Because what is Belair going to do? What is Belair gaining by beating all these individuals and then losing to the golden one, Charlie? You see, it's the Roman Reigns thing all over again. For 5 years, we were force-fed Roman Reigns and Charlie Flair. One of them actually went about business the right way, finally. Roman Reigns turned heel. They did business much better. Real good, interesting storyline with the Bloodline and so many other moving parts like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, whatever. Turmoil within, like Jay versus Roman. The turmoil with Jimmy and Roman, they did it beautifully. Charlotte, they never changed it. They never changed a thing with Charlotte. They had her turn face and heel 87 times, but they kept on force-feeding Charlotte. Here we are in 2023, and Charlotte Flair still doesn't connect with the majority of us. But let's bring her back, totally fucking derail Bianca Belair, take the fucking title, and then put Belair in an island of irrelevancy. Because that's what happens with everybody that gets fed into a championship match. Look at Kana Asuka. She hasn't been seen since. I'm just letting you guys know that Charlie on the same brand of Bianca is something that BC knew was going to happen. I tried to warn you guys, and now it has happened. Do you honestly think Charlotte Flair is going to be on this roster and not going for that title within 6 months, and I'm being generous? She might come right the fuck back and win the shit at SummerSlam! Salute, unit. I'm amped up today. I am. It's only fucking like noon, whatever the fuck it is, and I've already had 7 coffees. 2 of them were lattes, 1 cappuccino. And I gotta go over nonsensical bullshit. Austin Theory and Charlie Flair. Honestly, I feel like they do this draft by putting all the names up on the wall and just throwing fucking little darts that you see at fucking in bars, and just they're darting fucking names. Right, round 2 for SmackDown. Oh, the Usos! I thought we were going to bring them over to Raw. All right, looks like they're staying. Usos are staying. They were drafted round 2 for SmackDown. They are staying on the blue brand. Now, every other group is together. Why were the Usos separated from Roman, Solo, and Paul Heyman? Paul Heyman, a manager, even got drafted. The Usos not. But either way, they stay on SmackDown. LWO stays on SmackDown. Round 3, Asuka is moving to SmackDown. So that tells you Asuka is not seeing. She's not going to sniff a championship anytime in the near future. She's not going back to pick up unfinished business and defeat Belair for a title. She's certainly not defeating Charlie Flair. If you thought that Vincent Kennedy McMahon and Hunter Hearst Helmsley we're not going to give Asuka the title over Bianca, you got another thing coming if you think they're going to give Asuka the title over Charlie Flair. Ain't going to happen. So I no matter what happens after WrestleMania, I said I feel bad for Kana Asuka. This was her best chance to regain, revitalize her career. And she had the personality Kana. And this was the opportunity. And if Bianca was just going to trade the title anyway, then it wouldn't matter. Another botch on night 2 of WrestleMania, Sunday night, April 2nd. Unfucking real. Brawling Brutes are going to stay on SmackDown, rounding out round 3. Round 4, Karrion Kross with Scarlett Bordeaux is staying on SmackDown. L.A. Knight is staying on SmackDown. Shotzi in round 5 is staying on SmackDown. So a lot of people just staying. Nothing fresh, nothing new for most of these motherfuckers. Pretty Deadly in round 5 moved from NXT to SmackDown. The tag team Pretty Deadly has gotten the official call-up and will be going over to SmackDown. I said, did I say Rick Boogs? Rick Boogs! Moving from Raw. I believe he was on Raw shadowing Elias. He's going to be making the move over to SmackDown. And one of my all-time favorites. I finally get to see him on the main roster. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I really don't. I hope he's not butchered because he was booked so beautifully in NXT. But we are all about to go to the moon. Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes is finally been announced to be on the main roster. He is going to SmackDown. Man, when we see L.A. Knight, and then we go to the moon with Cameron Grimes, that's going to be fucking special, guys. So that is your cold open. It took me a half an hour to get through it, but that is the official drafts from last night. Now, after Raw went off the air, guys, there was more names. They go as follows. These are the names post-Raw. Raw is going to get... Oh, hold on, man. First of all, wait a second here. The free agents were still... Did Dolph get... Unit, did Dolph Ziggler get drafted yet? Somebody please tell me if Dolph Ziggler got drafted. I don't have Ziggler's name up. And that's something that pissed me off on Friday. Like, how do you talk about this guy like he's a free agent? Stop that shit. No, he is still a free agent, I'm being told. Wow, man. How sad is that for fucking Dolph Ziggler? Still one of the best wrestlers in the world. And nobody wants to draft this fucking guy. That is absolutely pathetic. That dude deserves a lot more than that, man. Guys, I don't have the list. I'm trying to get the post list here. GR9 Gaming, can you do me a favor? I lost my list of people drafted after Raw went off the air. Can you drop some names of individuals and where they went down below? JR9 Gaming, if you don't mind, in the chat. I apologize, guys. I had many screens open. One of them got lost in the shuffle, and I don't have the time. I'm live right now, and I got a lot to do later today. I don't have time to try to find that again. Yes, JR9, Waller has gone to SmackDown. Grayson Waller to SmackDown. That was official, and that was after. So they didn't even do this dude justice and announce him during the show. I honestly thought that road bitch, Jesse Jerkoff, was going to say when he said to make Sean's life miserable, Grayson Waller. But no, he didn't say that. So Grayson Waller should have been a name that was announced on the actual telecast and make everybody know that this dude is special. Odyssey Jones to Raw and Indashir to Raw as well. Yes, Indashir. For those of you that don't know, that is my boy. I know this is not going to be a popular thing, but Jinder Mahal, I believe, was involved in that as well. The draft, anyway. He's definitely a part of Indashir. But I think the whole unit is moving over. And Odyssey Jones caught all of us, I'm pretty sure, by surprise. Maybe not JR9. Maybe you saw that coming, but... Yep, and Breaker is being saved for a later date. Most likely JR9 with Cora Jade, correct? These are two names that we thought were going to go. Zion Quinn is a free agent. What about Roxy? Roxy is still NXT, right? I don't believe Roxy went anywhere. Tegan Knox to Raw and Xia Li, man. Xia Li is one of my favorites. I really hope they do something with her, guys. Xia Li has a fresh landscape, a fresh canvas to do her artistry on. There is no reason on a 3-hour show Xia fucking Li should be treated like garbage and given nothing. You're damn right. I am pissed off about how they use Xia Li. Roxanne is staying in NXT. Franklin on that. JR9 on that. Thank you, guys. So, see, this is what I mean about you guys coming through for BC, man. I lost the page. I don't have the time to get it back. My unit just stepped the fuck up. And we just went live with the following names. So anybody that was wondering, my unit just fucking gave you all the info you need to know. Guys, thank you so much for that, man. I love knowing I can depend on you guys to come through for me, man. This is what we do on these live streams. We got to come together and come to these conclusions together. We got to get to the facts of a situation, leave our opinions at the door. We can't cry tears because we don't agree with what's being said. Nobody gives a fuck if you disagree. We're trying to make the shit better. So how can we all come together and find the facts? That's what we fucking do. Zoe Stark to Raw as well, yes. I think that was done post SmackDown, though, wasn't it? And, of course, you guys know all the Friday picks. So anyway, guys, that is all the draft talk. Now, that is your cold open, 35 minutes in the making. Now, if you don't mind, now we're really going to get amplified. Because now what I have to do is I have to go over the 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. I'll try to go over this as fast as possible, but there's many areas where we have to get amplified because it doesn't fucking make sense. So allow me to start from the jump. May 1st, 2023, Raw of Monday Night. After more vanilla latte, of course. Hunter Hearst Helmsley says Brock Lesnar. This is how we start the show, guys. It's always fun to start the show confusing your fucking audience, right? So apparently, Hunter Hearst Helmsley comes out and he says that Brock Lesnar was removed from the eligibility list as of earlier in the day when Brock supposedly renegotiated his contract and is officially a free agent able to roam like a grass-fed cow, like a pasture-raised cow. Free range. Brock Lesnar is allowed to roam the pastures as a free agent and go where he sees fit. That was supposedly renegotiated earlier in the day. When earlier in the day, in the whole week, Brock Lesnar was on the eligibility list for Raw to be drafted. All of a sudden, he no Paul Heyman, so it doesn't even make sense, right? He's just attacking Cody and getting main events. He's fucking renegotiating contracts when he already has a contract that he can't get out of. Doesn't make fucking sense. And that's how we're starting the show with fucking Schnoz McGhee? I'm surprised he took the schnoz out of Vince McMahon's ass. 3-month membership over to Robert Hurt. I appreciate the support, Robert Hurt. 3 months running. I appreciate you earning that gold card, and I appreciate you keeping BC amplified. BC, you rock, brother. How do you see the NXT Women's Championship going since Indy is on Raw now? They're going to have to, they could go one or two ways. I've seen this before where you get drafted and you still have to make a commitment match and then she drops the title. But the problem with her, she has a slight injury. So she may have to forfeit it upright. It's the only way I see it, Robert Hurt. You're not going to unify the NXT fucking title because they need that down there. So it's not like tag titles, you know? So it's a forfeit or she's going to have to wrestle injured. Either way, she's not going over there with that title. Back to I appreciate the membership, Robert Hurt. I don't understand how they thought that was the way to start. Like, you had Brock in the eligibility list the whole week, and then all of a sudden he's just because they don't want to get creative and they don't have plans for the future. They don't, guys. When 3H's looked at everybody during the media scrum, which he stole from Tony Khan in AEW. But after WrestleMania in the media scrum, he said, well, not everyone's going to agree with the decision, but there's more story to tell. And then we saw Brock attack Cody the next night, and we all knew. Now we know how Triple H's nose is so fucking big. It's fucking Pinocchio! It's Pinocchio! Every fucking lie, his nose grows. And Vince loves it because it feels a certain way every time it goes up his ass. That's why his nose is so big. How many times has Hunter Hearst Helmsley lied to you? Too many to count. You'd have to start counting Charlie Flair title reigns. Or how many times the New Day took on the Usos. And if you combined Charlotte's title reigns with how many times Usos and New Days took on one another, it still wouldn't equal how many times HHH has lied to you. Some people are gonna act like this was a bad decision having Roman beat Cody tonight at Mania. But trust me, maybe there's more story to tell. Be patient. More fucking story. More story. Are you kidding me? The champion has been home for a month, sipping fucking Starbucks refreshers or martinis, margaritas, playing with the kids, playing with the wife. You name it. Fixing the roof, peeing in the basement. Who the fuck knows where they're building Legos? I don't know what the fuck Roman Reigns is doing. I don't give a shit. He went home for more than a month Why Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar are taking on each other in a main event with no fucking title on the line. And much worse, you ready for this? Much worse, we don't even know why the fuck they're facing each other. We think it's because Brock was pissed he had to go on first at Mania. When we have had many pay-per-views that told us that Brock was pissed because he wasn't first because he wants to get back to his farm. He doesn't want to go on last. Remember, he was defending the world title first at times. And now all of a sudden he's upset because he went first. No, the story was Cody wins the title. He couldn't take on Roman. Brock couldn't. So Brock attacked Cody, waiting for his moment. It fucking makes sense. Which means this company will not do it. More story to tell, unit. More story to tell. And here we are over a month later. And Brock Lesnar, he doesn't even have a brand. That tells you this company doesn't know what they're doing. Not with Roman, not with Cody, not with Sethington, not with... who the fuck? Brock Lesnar. Nobody. They don't know. They don't know. Guys, it's day to day, hour to hour. Stop defending them. They don't need you to defend them. They don't care about you. This company does not care about you. Trust me. So just hold them accountable so we can get a better product that makes sense, guys. If you guys take your flag, your tribalistic WWE flag out of the ground, store it away in the basement, in the shed, put it in the fucking toilet, wherever you need to put it, and just start holding them accountable, you will be helping all of us get a better product. Hunter Hearst Helmsley starts the show, a 3-hour Raw, telling us that Brock is no longer on the eligibility list because he decided he wants to be a free agent. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. There's no answers. They don't even care to make it make sense. They just throw shit out there and they hope we don't question it. Or we're too stupid to question it. And then Hunter just goes on. Hunter Hearst Helmsley then goes on to fucking say he introduces or he announces Rhea Ripley and Sethington Rollins to Raw for the first 2 draft picks of the night. Rhea Ripley, obviously, it's a fucking Band-Aid that's being ripped off because we already knew she was being drafted there because Bianca went over to SmackDown. And they're just gonna swap the fucking titles like they're fucking candy bars. You take my Hershey and I'll take your Kit Kat. Video games. You take my Zelda and I'll take your Grand Theft Auto. Fucking Lunchables. You take the one with the chocolate pudding and I'll take your sugar cookie Lunchable. We're trading titles like they're fucking baseball cards. I'll take your Roger Clemens and you take my Barry Bonds. And there are people that are okay with trading titles. I don't see a problem, basically. It's still World Wrestling Entertainment, basically. I was mulling it over, basically. And, I thought about it, basically. And the more I thought about it, basically, I came to the conclusion, BC. I disagree, BC. I disagree so much. I think it's okay to swap the titles. They're still working for World Wrestling Entertainment, BC. So we have a title swap. We already know that. And then Sethington is fucking announced too. Okay, so Sethington is going to stay there. And I don't know about a lot of you guys, but I don't get my rocks off by going, wow. Like a fucking zombie from The Walking Dead for 12 minutes. How the fuck are these? Do they know how they look on camera? Do you see these crowds? For 12 fucking minutes. They're like wind-up dolls. You wind up their back and they can do it for 12. How is that fucking exciting? And when the bell rings, it's the same fucking Sethington. I'm confused as to his character, to be honest with you. I don't know what Seth's character is. I don't think he knows. He's been playing around all of last year with the U.S. title. Did it do anything? No. Not until he got that goofy part of his song and we started going, wah, and being part of the fucking sheep mentality. did we start to even do a reaction, an emotion to Seth Rollins. And now people are anointing him the next champion because he has a sing-along? What is this, the fucking Disney Channel kids? Fuck, man. Is this Titantron, if they ever come back with Titantrons, is it going to be Disney on Ice? So you got to sing along with some fucking Disney on Ice? He deserves to be a champion and leapfrog Sami Zayn and leapfrog Cody Rhodes because he has a sing-along? No, it's because he earned it, BC. He put over Cody 3 times, and he's a workhorse, and he's one of the best wrestlers. I get it. It doesn't make sense. He put over Cody 3 times just for Cody to lose against Roman, and Sethington is going to be the world-renowned champ? You're not thinking. And then Schnoz McGhee, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, announces that Austin Theory and Charlie Flair are going to SmackDown. Okay. Charlie Flair and Austin Theory to SmackDown. So these are two of VKM's pride and joys. Right? We see that. They're going to be pushed to the moon. We already know that. Charlie Flair is most likely beating Bianca Belair to become a 15-time champion. It's happening. Just like motherfucking 200 is happening in the chat live with the ups. 200 on the ups. I appreciate that shit. Let's take it to 250 live in the middle of the morning/afternoon on 17 minutes of notice. And we are kicking ass in this stream. There is no other podcaster that goes live after 17 minutes of notice and we still kick ass. You guys fucking rock. Salute. So Hunter Hearst Helmsley starts off with the first 4 draft picks. Again, Rhea Ripley, Rollins to Raw, Theory, Charlie to SmackDown. Then we go into Paul Heyman, who's out next. Paul Heyman is out cutting a promo on Roman Reigns collecting the new WWE Championship and becoming Roman 3 belts. That's what Paul Heyman did last night. He cut a promo talking about how it's just a matter of time before Roman becomes Roman 3 belts. He says for now he can't compete for the title because it's Raw exclusive. So now all the children can go for that title. Number 1, BC is not sure if this foreshadowing of Roman 3 belts is a tease or a spoiler. Because you know damn well this could go from a laugh to actually happening down the line in WWE, and Roman could have all 3 fucking titles. Roman should only have 1. We believe those 2 titles are going to just become the Universal and he'll be holding 1 title. But he's teasing 3. And don't put it past this company to make him Roman 2 belts in the future. And number 2, what BC got out of this is he's right. It feels like this title is for everyone at the kiddies table, this new WWE title. It feels like this title was made for every single individual that sat at the children's table at dinner time. The adults are talking over here. You all sit over here. Right? It's like going to a restaurant or even fast food and you have the adult menu and then you have a kiddie menu. You ever see that? There's like a separate menu. It's called the kiddies menu, right? And you get a little hot dog with your little tater tots. Your little fucking tater tots. And as an adult, you're pissed off because you're going to look like an idiot because you know damn well as an adult, you want those tater tots. But now you have to look like an idiot because you got to order from the fucking kiddies fucking menu, right? You got to say, I'll take the kiddies tater tots. And they look around and they don't see any kids. And you're like, it's for me, motherfucker. You question my tater tots. But the point is, it's like the kiddies menu. That's basically what this is. The grown-ups are over here. Roman's not losing that until he gets Hulk Hogan's record at 1,474 days. But you guys can go for this one. We just made it like we just made a vanilla latte from Starbucks. We just created a new title. It's like the U.S. government printing money, right? We're just going to print money, right? The more in debt we get, we're just going to print more money. Everybody gets a free stimulus check. Everybody gets to be a champion now. Fuck! So he's right. He's absolutely right, man. This is like it's like a title made for the Children's Table Committee, which is all the wrestlers So that kid cannot defeat Roman Reigns, which is fucking everybody. Then Sethington Rollins comes to the ring. Sethington talks shit to Heyman. Heyman takes a phone call, and he informs Sethington that he's pissing the tribal chief off. Solo Sikoa hits the ring, and a match is made for later in the night. Solo Sikoa versus Sethington in the main event. First matchup of the night, Bayley and Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the tag team champions. This is a non-title match. Liv Morgan. Did you guys go to the supermarket recently? My amplified unit. Amplified unit, did you all go to the supermarket recently? Because you're going to want to get your fresh fruit out. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. And it's going to make you want to throw your fruit at the screen right now. Or against the wall or at your neighbor's head. Whatever the fuck. Because, get your fruit out. Because in this non-title match, Liv Morgan, your champion, was defeated by pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up. The fruity roll-up in the first match of the night. Reared and roared its ugly fucking dome piece. Liv Morgan, your champion. Pinned by Bayley via the awe-inspiring, ultra-devastating fruit roll-up. Now is your chance to throw all the fruit that you got at the market. Throw it right now, unit. Get it out of your system right now before I keep going with this schmuckery. Throw it all over. Throw it. That's right, Fury. I don't care if you bought fucking purple grapes or not. Throw it. Godswilla, we accept tomatoes. Fuck it. James Shrimp Fajitas, I love watermelon. But you know what? Now's not the time to eat it. We gotta throw it. King Wrestling, what the fuck is that? Limes? Did you get enough of them? Well, fuck it. Chuck them. Devil Jinx, throw those bananas right at these fucking creative writers' dome pieces. Eric Leno. Man, I could use some strawberries right now, but you know what? It's got to be thrown right now, dude. There's nothing we can do. Throw that shit. What else? Is that all you got? Pineapples, Pimp Jesus. That's perfect. That's going to hurt when it hits their dome piece. Fuck it. Triple H can hit a pineapple to the schnoz, HHH. How do you like it? Peaches, I love it. A lot of peaches being thrown at Triple H right now and Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is so fucking old. One peach is probably going to fucking knock him down for 17 days. Cherries, good. Get it and fucking just chuck. Hey, small, right? Chuck a bunch of cherries at once. I love it. Oranges, there you go. Oranges. Let's hope it hits at the fucking knob part, right? That'll hurt. Fuck them. Throw it, unit. You have my permission. James Shrimp Fajitas. Cheese is definitely not a fruit, but fuck it. Throw the cheese. What the fuck is that, Shiva? Lemons? Fuck yeah! Those are weird shaped. That'll hurt. Coconuts! Pile Driver and Pimp Jesus with the coconuts. Old school Roddy Piper on Jimmy Snuka. I like it. I like the way you think, unit. Buggy's just gonna throw martinis with the coconut. Love it. Brandon went and bought a bunch of cheese, so this is fucking epic. Look what you started, James Shrimp Fajitas. Now we're just throwing a bunch of cheese at the motherfuckers. More limes. There you go. King Wrestling. You got more limes coming with you. All right. They're going to be picking fruit from Stamford, Connecticut's new corporate offices for the next 2 weeks, thanks to you guys. I love it. You guys are fucking epic. Throw your fruit. They need to know that these type of fruit roll-up finishes don't help anybody. It hurts the product. It hurts these wrestlers. Liv Morgan and everybody else that takes fruit roll-up finishes look like idiots, schmucks, simpletons, numbnuts, dwell fuckers to the highest levels. I have seen Bobby Lashley get rolled up. I've seen Braun Strowman get rolled up. I've seen Wardlow get rolled up. I have seen every giant, any fucking mythical creature. I've seen everybody rolled up. How is that realistic? That you're going to hold down these motherfuckers for 3 entire seconds and they can't get their shoulder just a centimeter off the mat, off the canvas. Just a fucking centimeter. How is that possible? Especially I've seen Ricochet roll up Braun Strowman and people like that. All you gotta do is accidentally have a muscle twitch, and Ricochet would be in the fucking rafters if he was trying to fruit roll up Braun Strowman. If Strowman's hamstring accidentally twitched, Ricochet would be through the fucking roof. He'd be a new planet by now. You see these big dudes, 6'7", 360. They're like, oh my God, I can't move. Ricochet's on me. All 42 pounds of him. Oh my God. Anyway, listen, can you tell I hate the fruit roll-ups? There it is on the first fucking match of the night, guys. You can't make this shit up. You couldn't. Your champion, Liv Morgan, losing a nonsensical match. And may I ask you that? May I ask, by the way, we're having a good time and we're taking serious shit that does suck and we're trying to make light of it. But listen to this and tell me where there's no lie here. When champions lose a stack of nonsensical matches, it completely devalues the moment and significance when they're defeated for the titles. Am I right? Let me say that again. Listen. Because I wrote this down. This is my own quote from my Don't piece last night. Because this is exactly where the problem lies. I'll say this again, and I quote from BC, myself. When champions lose a stack of nonsensical matches, it completely devalues the moment in significance when they're actually defeated for the titles. In other words, guys, let me simplify that for you. When these champions finally lose the title, it doesn't have as impactful of a moment. It is not as impactful of a moment because we've seen these champions lose left and right nonsensically. So when they finally lose a title match, it's like, oh, they lost again. Next. Wow, Liv and Raquel just lost their titles. Oh, well. Hey, Johnston, can you go get me popcorn? Rebecca, can you get me the little Slurpees in the 200 sections? I like the Slurpees and the popcorn. I don't know what's next, but I'm ready. Well, don't you want to talk about Liv and Raquel dropping the titles? That's a big moment. No, it's not. They lose all the time. You got to watch the product more. Titles don't mean anything in this company. That's the fact. And how many years have we seen champions just lose left and right with no care, no effort, no respect being put into their booking? They're champions. They're literally champions. I said they're champions. Fuck. Oh, I tell you, man. It's not rocket science. Book champions like champions. That's all we're asking, guys. Book champions like champions. That's it. Of course, we want to see Bayley collect W's. She should be. Bayley is incredible. Bayley is always losing. And then when she wins, it's in this. And then people probably go, well, see, you guys are never satisfied. You can't make up your minds. You want Bayley to win, but then you say winning like this is wrong. What do you people want? What do you expect them to do, Beasley? Are you fucking kidding me? Responsible, coherent, logical, with common sense booking. Bayley strings together W's that make sense and boost her and others. And when she's in there with champions, which she shouldn't even be, by the way, she should not be beating them via fruit roll-up. It does nothing for Bayley by getting a squeak-out victory because she's actually talented and doesn't need a squeak-out victory, heel or not a heel, and it certainly makes Liv Morgan, the champion, look like a fucking idiot. If you're telling me that you cannot produce any better booking than what we got last night, fuck! This whole company and its fan base is in a whirl of shit. Unit, as you can tell, I'm really amplified right now. Because I'm not even done with hour one. And I just don't understand how this can possibly be booked. Vincent Kennedy McMahon and Hunter Hearst Helmsley are both to blame for this, I assure you. Do not just blame one of them. Hunter Hearst Helmsley is called the Chief Content Creative Officer. So you best be blaming him too. This shit is stupid. Bayley randomly defeats Liv Morgan, a champion, via fruit roll-up in less than 4 minutes. And people are going to go, I didn't mind this. This is, makes sense, basically. Booker T, King Booker, and Queen Sharmell announced Raw has drafted Owens and Zayn and the Judgment Day to SmackDown. Or, I'm sorry, that's to Raw. SmackDown keeps the Usos in the LWO. Nothing really to talk about there. Whatever. You're just moving puzzle pieces. We'll see what they do with them. I give this company no benefit of the doubt. I do not raise my expectations because the LWO and the Usos are staying on SmackDown. Well, that Raw gets the Judgment Day. Oh, right. They already kept it. They're just keeping the Judgment Day. Now, how are they going to utilize Owens and Zayn? That's going to be interesting to see going forward. Hour number 1 ends with Ricos shit and botched Strowman versus Gable and Otis, the Alpha Academy. Match barely was 4 minutes. Ricos shit pins Otis. Think about that, please. Ricos shit pins Otis, and Alpha Academy loses again. What is the point of Alpha Academy anymore? I'll ask anybody in the chat, by the way. Anybody can answer this. Anybody can answer this. What is the point of Alpha Academy anymore? What has been the point of Alpha Academy? Because sadly, it's way past the point where even if they decide to push them, can they even dig out of this massive jobber status hole that WWE has dug for them? Even if they win 20 matches in a row, can the Alpha Academy dig themselves out of the hole they're in right now? Chad Gable is about 3 wins out of his last 50 matches. It's really 1 or 2, but I think they strung together a couple of victories at house shows this weekend, believe it or not. But if you take them away, Chad Gable is literally 1 win out of 50. Otis had a Money in the Bank briefcase at one point. It was ripped off of him. He was told to go back to NXT, came back without a personality, got into a team with Gable when he was still without the personality, by the way, and they somehow managed to click a little, right? Could you imagine if the machine gave them just a little bit of something? But to be just jobber clowns, just there as enhancement talent, because they are no better. Guys, this is not a glorified Barry Horowitz or a glorified Brooklyn Brawler. I bring those names up a lot. For those of you that don't know who they are, those were literally where the term jobbers come from. Those are the people that put that name into the dictionary, basically. They were names that we grew up with, and when you saw the Brooklyn Brawler in the ring, you knew he was there just to lose and eat a lot of finishers and moves from the actual superstar. So there were superstars and there was jobbers, literally back in the day. Barry Horowitz, Brooklyn Brawler, there was a lot of them, but those were 2 of the main ones. Guys, I can't even say that these are glorified Brooklyn Brawler Barry Horowitzes. They're the same as Barry Horowitz in the Brooklyn Brawler. They're just 1 victory away. Gable has a victory in his last 50. Brooklyn Brawler didn't have that. He was 0 for 50. Yeah, but James, at least Duke the Dumpster Droese was a superstar, supposedly. He won some matches. I'm talking about legit. They were there just to be jobbers. Guys, it's sad that Chad Gable and Otis are just there to be jobbers. That's a problem. They're too good. And you say, well, BC, in time, man, in time. I know the last year and a half, 2 years, Gable's been booked like shit, but in the future, they're going to have time for him, BC. And he'll get a push, a month or 2, maybe 3 months. We'll see if it works, BC. Guys, if you keep digging a hole so deep, you're making more work for Gable and Otis at this point, and the company, the creativity behind the machine, or lack of. You're making more work for yourself by digging out of a deeper hole. Just look at these 2. They're talented. They click with an audience. Book them correctly. Come on, man. A podcaster should not be telling you this. There has to be more. We played the waiting game over a year ago. We said, oh, okay, they're just going to be clowns now. Hopefully in a month, Hunter Hearst Helmsley or Vince or somebody will fucking give them the time of day. No, 2 months went by, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, a year and a half. When's a good time for you for Gable and Otis to finally string together fucking consistent good booking? 2037? Is that a good year for you? And as far as Ricochet and Braun Strowman, just see, this is what they want us to forget. Didn't Ricochet and Braun Strowman just lose to the Viking Raiders on Friday night? Now, if I'm wrong, I'll take the L. I have no problem taking L's, by the way. People think, oh, BC just always has to be right. Bullshit. I love taking L's. I learn from them. I wish more people in this world accepted taking L's and admit when they're wrong and take the learning experience. We'd have a better fucking world, a better humanity. No, nobody wants to be fucking wrong anymore. I love taking L's, but my unit can correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the Viking Raiders just beat Braun Strowman and Ricochet on Friday night? I'll wait. If I'm wrong, tell me. What was it, the Profits? Was it the Profits? So, JR9, was it Montez that pinned Ricochet? Did the Viking Raiders even face anybody on Friday night? So they lost on Friday. See, I'll take a half L there. Deal? See, just like I'll take a half L. I'm half right, I'm half wrong. It was the Profits that just beat them. And real quick, can you guys tell me what the Viking Raiders did? Vikings attacked OC, but we didn't have a match. That's what it was. Okay. Thank you, unit. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for clarifying that. So BC's going to take a half L there. See? Beasley doesn't like when people disagree. BC doesn't like taking L's. Shut the fuck up. I love it. I learn. I wish people understood what's an opinion and what's a fact. When a fact is put down, there's no disagreeing with a fact. So you're just showing everyone how stupid you are. Stop. It's okay to be wrong. So Street Profits just defeated Ricochet and Braun Strowman on Friday. And then you have Alpha Academy lose to Braun Strowman and Ricochet on Monday. 50-50 booking. What is it going to accomplish? I'll ask I'm going to my unit again. King Wrestling, Robert Coleman, JJ Bulldog, Big Nang, Mike Coldren, Key Dragon, Nelly Nell, Brandon, Melissa, Malachi, Maggie, Gruss 512, Juan, Brandon. Woo! I'm going to ask you guys, what does 50-50 booking accomplish in pro wrestling? I know the answer. And now's the time for my amplified unit to take center stage. Juan says nothing. Brandon says terrible booking. JJ Bulldog says nothing at all. Not a damn thing, says Pile Driver Finisher. It doesn't elevate anyone, BC, says Maggie Lusk. Thank you, Maggie. Makes them look average, says Strict Tango. Absolutely nothing in caps, says the Stiffmeister. Ash Stifler Steggles. Not a damn thing, says Sontivia Major. Nothing, BC, says Paul the Ripper King. Nothing, says Cosmic Tron. Big Nang says nothing. Alicia Vukovic. Justin Time 211. Renee G. James Shrimp Fajitas. All say nothing. King Wrestling. Nelly Nell. Majin. Joseph Ramos. Flip. Devil Jinx. Eric Leno. Justin Jones. Daniel. Derek Fleming Jr. The Scarecrow. Rendo Craig. Robert Hurt. Blitz 2K5. I can keep going on and on. We'll be here an hour. My amplified unit is smart. They understand. It's not like wrestling fans out in the fucking wild that just put their WWE flag into the ground, or maybe AEW, whichever promotion they love, and they don't want to hear anything bad about, so they put in their earmuffs. La, I'm not hearing anything negative. Take your tribalistic flag out of the ground and accept the criticism because we're going to help the product. It's going to be better, guys. But we're not like those fans that stick a promotions flag into our yard and say, we're going to praise everything they do. No, we're not going to sugarcoat on this channel. We're not going to bullshit. And I need a whole unit that understands fact and fiction. Now, we all can have different opinions on things. That's fine, right? I can like Jinder Mahal. Santivia Major may like who's the guy who took forever? Veer Mahan, right? He took 87 years to get to Monday Night Raw at one point in time. That's going to be a story that we're going to tell 1,000 years from now. The great tale of Veer Mahan, how it took 87 years to get to Raw. I may like Jinder, Santivia might like Veer. I might like L.A. Knight, yeah. Brandon might like Grayson Waller, right? We can tell you why we like them, right? Those are likes and dislikes and opinions. But when we talk facts, man, it's good to know my whole unit under fucking stands. That's the only way we're going to make things better. When we understand logic and common sense, we put it all together with history and research, and we come to the conclusions on how to make things better, man. 50-50 booking. My point in all this is thank you, unit, for answering that question, because I'll put everything that you guys just said in a nutshell. 50-50 booking accomplishes nothing. It actually hurts the individuals. By winning 2 matches and losing 3. Winning 1 and losing 3. Winning 3 and losing 2. Winning 2, losing 2. You're never going to develop winners. Fans need to know why they're behind somebody. Why are they a winner? Why should we devote our time to these people? If subconsciously, because subconsciously we're always taking inventory of wins and losses. If subconsciously we're telling ourselves every moment of the day that X, Y, and Z wrestler is absolute a joke, then that's what they're going to be. And you're going to have to work 10 times as hard just to dig yourself out of the hole that this fucking company is digging and placing them into. Damn, I'm on fire! Braun Strowman and Ricochet end hour 1 defeating Alpha Academy. That's right. If you're just joining, we're extra amplified today. So we're actually just we're just starting hour number 2. We're about to hit 275 on the ups. I appreciate that. Then we can really start the voyage to 300 on the ups live. If you're wondering why you didn't get a notification sooner or anything like that, guys, I only gave 17 minutes of notice before I went live. I'm super busy today. I didn't know that I was going to go live until 17 minutes before. So most of you guys, the thousands of you, are going to catch this after we are live. Even if you're not live right now, if you're watching this the next day or a few hours afterwards, you still got to do your due diligence and smash that up for BC. All right? Because my live unit on 17 minutes of notice is about to hit 300 live. There's no reason that the after unit can't fucking do that shit. Rockstar status. Let's go. Oh, by the way, hour number 2. You guys ready? Shawn Michaels and Adam Pearce are out to announce the draft picks for round number 3 to start hour 2. But Brock Lesnar interrupts, all right? Brock Lesnar interrupts Michaels and Pearce. Brock says, he gets on the microphone, middle of the ring. He says, Fort Worth, Texas. How does it feel to be looking at the only real cowboy in Texas? This strings together some boos. Adam Pearce sends 87 security wrestlers to the ring, just independent wrestlers from the area, put some security shirts on them. They all come to the ring. There's about 87 of them. Cody Rhodes attacks from behind. Brock immediately escapes Cody Rhodes and walks away with a smile. Same exact scenario from 2 weeks ago, guys. Same, exactly. Triple Threat Thompson is what we used to call, that was that Adam Pearce or Teddy Long we used to call Triple Threat Thompson? Because all they do is make Teddy Long makes the holla 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 playa impromptu tag matches. Adam Pearce is the Triple Threat Thompson. He loves the multi-man schmaz matches. That's right. Good call on that. So Cody Rhodes comes in. He takes Brock out with like a punch, and Brock just runs away. Well, runs at first, and then once the 87 security wrestlers get in between, Brock Lesnar walks away and he's smiling. This is the exact scenario and segment from 2 weeks ago. Cody was at least funny. He was trolling once again and I quote, "He needs to earn it," fans. You know the fans at WrestleMania that said Cody needs more adversity, he needs more struggle, he needs to earn it? And Cody has been trolling those motherfuckers a lot lately. So he was yelling to Brock, "Make me earn it. Come on, make me earn it." Trolling those fans. I love that. That was the best part of the segment. Unfortunately, it was the only good part of the fucking segment. The only good part, because this, I can't believe I have to talk about this 1,000 times in the last month, but we have to. Do you guys realize that in, 4 nights from now? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 nights from tonight. It is Backlash in Puerto Rico, okay? Backlash this Saturday night. A main event of Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. And do you know why they're wrestling each other in the main event? Do you know why there's such a volatile feud right now? Why Brock Lesnar attacked Cody Rhodes the night after Mania? Do you know why we're getting this match? Russell says no. Devil says nope. I'm curious. I don't have the answer finally. I don't have the answer. Tell me why they're wrestling in the main event of Backlash. I would love to know. No clue, says DeMonte Ty Drew. I don't have a clue either. And Jesus doesn't know. And he dangerously doesn't know. Best answer I got is HHH, 3 H's is petty, says Devil. Yeah, absolutely. Just take a little bit of a beating and you're still not going to get the fucking title. Maybe we'll make you a runners-up participation trophy, Cody. Would you like that? Like a doggy to a fucking dog to a treat. Here, boy. Good job. You lost to Roman. Come here. Sit. We're going to feed you a fucking participation runner-up trophy. Title. Lazy booking. I love that, Brandon. Absolutely. That's about the fucking size of it. They will never tell us, says Eric Leno. No. You know why they will never tell us? Because they don't know Eric Leno. They don't have a fucking clue why what is being done is being done. But we were told it's the right decision to keep it on Roman. Keep it on Roman. And that's not even, by the way, that's no shade to Roman. Roman's been doing his shit just fine. The company makes these decisions. The company does this shit. If Roman is going to hold on to a title, hey, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. They own the company. We're either going to watch or not. I get it. But when you look at everything that has happened after that decision was made, guys, that's the sad part. Nothing ever since has made sense. Nothing ever since has made sense. Nothing, guys. Cody's attacked for no fucking reason. Not even Michael Cole could tell us. To this day, 4 nights away from the pay-per-view, we don't know why they're even brawling, fighting, feuding. We know nothing. This company never cared to fucking help us with that. Never did this company care to tell us why this is happening. They hoped that we would just accept it like Oliver Twist and his wooden bowl and wooden spoon. Please, sir, can I have some more? And they're going to feed him some more bullshit stew. And all of us wrestling fans are just going to go, well, it doesn't make sense, but who cares? Why don't we stop complaining and just enjoy the show? Let's enjoy wrestling. Let's enjoy pro wrestling and stop bitching and moaning. How do you go to a Knicks game for the last 20 years? Do you show up to Madison Square Garden and not yell profanity at how bad they are? How they're not even trying most of the time? As fans, we bitched, moaned, and complained because we are fucking fans. We want our team to get better. We're not going to stop watching because you said stop watching the Knicks because you're not happy with their performance. We haven't made the fucking playoffs in 10 years, and for 20 plus years, we haven't been relevant. Finally, this year, because we complained, bitched, and moaned, and we got some good puzzle pieces finally, because they did what we've been saying for 20 years, finally, we're in the second round of the playoffs. See how that works? I love how some people, when people love something and they're voicing frustration because they love it, how quick they are to say, well, just stop watching. When The Walking Dead started getting really bad, right? Season 6, 7, whichever it was. People stayed on, right? 7, 8, 9. A lot of people stayed because they loved it. They were just voicing out, hey, man, this sucks. This show should have never been approved. This should have never happened. Change that, man. We're going to stick around, but please change these things. As your fans, we're trying to help you. No, Walking Dead got worse and worse, and the ratings showed that. But you know how many people stuck around with really bad television? People don't want to just quit. They love it. My Green Bay Packers, before Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, we had a guy, Don Majkowski. Sucked. As a kid, I was yelling profanity at this team. My Yankees right now are in last place in the AL East. You're damn right we're going to show up and yell profanity and scream and hoot and holler and try to tell management where they're fucking up. Because the New York Yankees management doesn't give a fuck unless we do. They already sold out the whole season. Do you guys realize the Yankees have sold 40,000 tickets every game for the whole season? They don't give a fuck if it's a good product or not. They have just cashed in. It's like WWE. They cashed in on all the big streaming right deals with Fox, with Saudi Arabia. So when it gets to us and the product we're getting, nothing. We get nothing. They don't give a fuck about the product we're getting, guys. They already cashed in. Same thing with the Yankees. They've cashed in. WWE has cashed in and they don't care about what they're giving us. And some fans are like, well, just stop complaining, stop watching then, if you don't like it. No, we don't. It's not we don't like it or like it. We love professional wrestling. We love WWE because it's the reason most of us became fans. We're not just going to give up and quit on it. We're going to voice out loudly and together and hope that it changes for the better. Guys, can I get some fact bombs? I mean, does that sound coherent? Or is it just me thinking this way, that I'm not just going to give up watching what I love because it sucks? I'm going to try to make it better. Fuck, man. I don't understand. People, we quit too easily these days. We just quit. We quit. When things get too hard, we quit. Brock Lesnar attacking... I appreciate it, guys. I do. Makes me know that I'm not just fucking... I'm not just on a fucking island of one with this way of thinking, man. We have to come together and make this better. WWE can be and should be better. There's no reason for this shit. Brock Lesnar is just walking away from Cody with 87 security guards between them. It's the same segment you saw 2 weeks ago. And you're okay with that? The ones with tribalistic WWE flags in their lawn. Are you okay with this? I don't mind it, Beasley. It's a TV show and I love it. Whatever they want to give me, Beasley, I'll be there. And again, HHH has already said that Brock Lesnar renegotiated his contract hours before the draft, and he is a free agent because he says so. And again, don't ask questions because they don't have the answers, guys. They're not giving us answers. They're just doing weird shit and hoping we either don't ask questions or are too stupid to ask questions and don't realize. Brock Lesnar and Cody. On paper, this should be interesting to all of us. It sounds like it could be fun, man. Cody and Brock. Nope. Totally botched from day one. And when you botch something so badly from day one, what I tell you guys 18 times in this podcast already, it's harder to dig out of a hole that's been dug so fucking deep. If the botch is so massive from day one, you have to work double, triple, 10 times as hard to dig out of it. And you know what they did? They didn't do that. They kept on digging the same hole. The same hole. That's what she said. Anyway, Shawn Michaels is out next, announcing New Day and Liv Morgan and Raquel was drafted to Raw, and SmackDown picks up the Brawlin' Brutes and Asuka. Brawlin' Brutes will stay on SmackDown. Asuka goes over to SmackDown to do nothing. She's not going to be the one to beat Belair. So Belair, the champion, moves over. She's going to exchange her fucking title, take a blue title, and she's going to be fine with it. And Asuka's not going to win that. It's going to be Charlie fucking Flair when she comes back. Charlie Flair will come back. She'll win her 15th championship. This is what she does. She comes back. She wins the title on day one. She drops it a couple months later. She goes away on a hiatus. She comes back. She'll probably win it again on day one or by SummerSlam. And we'll repeat the vicious cycle. The process will repeat itself. Rinse and repeat. Mathew Riddle, better known as Scooter McGhee, is out next versus Jimmy Uso. Jimmy is defeated within 5 minutes via a floating bro. Nothing to talk about here at all. At one point, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn played a trick on Jay, made it look like Jay hit Owens in the head with a steel chair, just for the referee to throw out Jay Uso. He's not even in the fucking match. Why are you more concerned about that? And if that's the case, wouldn't you throw everybody out? I thought that was kind of odd. Whatever. Scooter McGhee defeats Jimmy Uso. Right, let's just have the Bloodline lose nonsensical matches while the Tribal Chief doesn't even show up for the last month plus. Let's have the rest of them lose a bunch of matches. Solo was losing by the end of the night, wasn't he, via DQ? Next up, Eric Bischoff and The Miz announced Raw drafts Trish Stratus, Ronda Rousey, and Shayna Baszler, while SmackDown keeps Karrion Kross, Scarlett Bordeaux, and L.A. Knight. Yeah! Again, these are just moving puzzle pieces around or keeping the same puzzle pieces where they are, and I don't see any inclination at all that this is going to improve any wrestler or the shows. They're just moving puzzle pieces around. MizTV was next. Guest Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura says that Miz has tiny balls in Japanese. He then delivers Kinshasa and knocks out Miz. So it's clear that Shinsuke's first feud is with The Miz. Yeah! Says nobody ever. Omos ends hour 2. If anyone was doubting recent reports, many from BC, myself actually, that Omos was getting a massive push soon, Corey Graves says before this match that Omos was able to get the same deal as Brock Lesnar and is a complete free agent. Let me get some. I need to be refreshed by the fine folks of Starbucks. This is a mango dragon fruit refresher. Got some caffeine in this drink. Yeah, I'm going to need to be refreshed after that. Omos got the same deal as Brock Lesnar. What? Why is Omos being treated like Brock Lesnar? The dude, first of all, just lost in 2 minutes at WrestleMania to Brock Lesnar. Why? Why? BC has the answer, because this is part of the plan. This is what we were hearing. Now, if he beats Seth Rollins or not, we'll see. But I was hearing that was strongly on the table. I made a podcast about it a few days ago. I said, be prepared. It looks like they're bumping Rollins big time toward that championship, but I'm also hearing he's not supposed to win that because Drew McIntyre as a heel is going to be beating Rollins. But it looks like Rollins is getting a big push for that, but I'm hearing Omos is getting a giant, no pun intended, a giant push. And on the table is Omos defeating Rollins Saturday night. There's enough time to change that. Hopefully they already did, because that's bogus. But don't be shocked if Sethington loses to Omos on Saturday. Don't be shocked if Omos is winning Money in the Bank later in the year. Because this looks like that massive push that BC was trying to warn you guys about. All of a sudden, Omos demands to be a free agent, and he got the Brock Lesnar treatment. That's what Corey Graves announced before this match. And then you talk about the massive giant push. Right after that was announced, Omos proceeds to have a 30-second squash match with who the fuck Frankie. Who the fuck Frankie was beaten in the first 2 seconds of viewing Omos. Who the fuck Frankie is like, oh shit, what did I sign up for? This is going to be harder than the Boy Scouts. And then in 30 seconds, who the fuck Frankie is beaten into who the fuck knows where. Omos destroys this young man, And this was just a mega push to the end of hour number 2. Telling everybody that he is on the same level of Brock. This is what they told you. And then they squashed who the fuck Frankie. I tried to tell you that was coming, right? This massive Omos push. And I wouldn't mind that, by the way. Omos, IRL, Omos is actually a really cool dude. But the way he's been booked and the clear indication that they don't know how to book him going forward, no fan is going to get behind this shit. Or they just have really extremely low standards. Hour number 3 starts with the road bitch, Jessie Jerkoff, and Molly Holly announcing that Braun Strowman and Ricos shit, as well as Bronson Reed, have been drafted to Raw, and Shotzi and NXT's Pretty Deadly have been drafted to SmackDown. Next up, the Judgment Day. Balor says Damien is gonna leave little fluffy pieces of Bad Bunny all over Puerto Rico. BC laughed at that. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. But just having Balor say that Damien is gonna leave little fluffy pieces of a Bad Bunny around, that was an LOL. Damien Priest then cuts an 87-minute promo, most of it in Spanish. So I didn't catch all of it. Believe it or not, I can understand a good deal of it. Most of it I didn't, though. But it seemed like he went on 87 minutes on this promo. It took Dominic Mysterio 87 minutes just to get a word out because of the natural, genuine, unbelievably epic heel heat that Dominic Mysterio was capturing. It was so awesome to see, guys. The crowd would not let Dominic Mysterio talk. They would not let him talk. The second he grabbed the microphone, they were on Dominic like white on rice. It was phenomenal. It's so cool to see how naturally over this guy got. It's not get the fuck off the TV heat. It's literally fun to boo the shit out of you heat. This is what they whoosh would be. They whoosh. That's a new word unit. That's what happens when you get fucking amplified on a shitty product for over an hour and a half. They whoosh. Hey, there's a magic genie. Give him your 3 whooshes. They wish. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. They wish, not whoosh. They wish that Austin Theory would get that type of Dominic Mysterio genuine heel heat. No, they're going to pipe in fake boos and fake crowd noise. They're going to spend 10 minutes of Theory just trying to get the crowd pissed off at him. That's the opposite of natural. When you got to pipe in boos, when you got to spend 10 minutes trying to get a crowd pissed at you, that's not genuine. What Dominic is doing, whoosh, it's amazing. Anyway, guys, this led over to LWO's Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and Zelina Vega versus Damien Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley. Judgment Day and LWO could have been a fun feud if done correctly, I feel, but no, let's just throw them together. Let's just already do it. I said the same thing on Friday with the Viking Raiders and the OC. I said, this could be fun. You got Van Halen with the Viking Raiders. You got Munchkin with the OC. You can have a fun little mixed tag match, mixed 6-man/woman. No, you know what they did? They're already doing it Friday, I believe. They're rushing that. Or no, Saturday. They already rushed it to Saturday night. Why not sit on that for a couple months? You could have a really fun feud with the OC and the Viking Raiders. Well, you could have done something fun with the LWO and Judgment Day, but I think Judgment Day is staying on Monday. LWO is going to Friday, staying there, I guess. I don't know. This match did nothing. It was Damien Priest, in 7 minutes, Damien pins Ray via South of Heaven, his finisher. Priest has a street fight with a not-so-nice bunny on Saturday night, so he had to win this match. I get it. But watching Ray lose a match like this, a 6-man tag, is rough. But Santos Escobar cannot afford to look like an idiot much longer. So it's like, pick your poison, guys. Zelina can't lose because Zelina has a big match with Rhea Ripley. So she can't take the pin last night. Escobar has lost so much. I mean, people are really starting to just not give any fucks about this dude. And Ray doesn't have anything big for Backlash. So Ray, I guess, is the only one that could drop this match. And it just sucks to see that, man. Yeah, exactly. Somebody said in the chat, who was that? JJ Bulldog, I believe. LWO is one of the top merchandise sellers right now. With Roman being sidelined for a month, the one avenue that is clearing up is more merch space, but that was already topped by Cody Rhodes. That's another reason why they botched. Cody Rhodes was flying over Roman. Sami Zayn was at number 3, and all of a sudden they made the botches that they made, and yeah, here we are. But LWO was selling a ton of merch, and they're just losing left and right. You could tell they don't know what to do with them, and they don't care about it. They're like, oh, good, sell a bunch of merch for a few weeks. Let's get every nickel and dime out of you, and then we'll just throw you to the pastures, to the wolves. You know, if somebody's number one merch seller, maybe take a look at that. You're onto something. Another major reason Cody was ready to get the title. Now we know, here we are a month later, we know 1,000 reasons why Cody should have won on Sunday night, why that was a mega botch. But one of them is because he didn't need adversity or struggle. He was already the number one merch seller. He topped Roman. The only guy to do that was Bray Wyatt twice. Cody was the number one. The world was about to explode when he won the title. Nope, he didn't. And Cody's never been the same since. The product has never been the same since. Roman has never been seen since. And now the LWO is some of the top merch sellers, pushers. And they're just losing now. Saying, we'll throw you with the Judgment Day, and do me a favor, Ray, just lose. But I'm the captain of the team, and we just formed. Yeah, that's okay. We'll 50-50 book you. What we'll do is we'll have you win on Friday. See that? Come on, bro. Backstage, Bianca Belair tells Byron Saxton, oh, you gotta love this. You guys ready for this? I love Bianca Belair. I do, guys. I've been hard on her lately, and it's not her fault. It's booking botches like Kana Asuka not winning the title at Mania just to have Bianca trade titles with Rhea Ripley. If that was going to happen, then just give Kana Asuka the moment. She needs that victory more than Belair. You could do so much more with Belair post-title loss. So much more. You have to look at it like this. Gaining a victory, is that going to outweigh what is hurt and defeat, right? Bianca gets defeated, Kana wins, is a more valuable option than Belair keeps the title and trades it a month later, and Kana Asuka goes back to irrelevancy. It doesn't outweigh that, man. That's what I mean by facts, guys. It doesn't matter what we like and what we don't. What does this mean for everybody and everything going forward? The negative in all this outweighed the positive, unfortunately. So get this, guys. I got to give you a quote from Bianca Belair. What she told Byron Saxton. Let me get some more Starbucks refresher. So, guys, this is a quote. You ready for this? Oh, and by the way, where are my manners, man? That's cool. 300 on the ups. Appreciate the 300 plus of you that took a moment to just smash that up. It truly helps out the algorithm. If you guys are on big screen TVs and you don't have the up, just go on your phone real quick, get on the vid, get on this live stream, and click that up, man. It helps. Wow, we went live on 17 minutes of notice, man. So that is so cool that we're headed toward 400 live on the ups. It's going to really show the thousands later that we rocked out, even if it was the middle of the morning. Guys, listen to this quote. Bianca Belair says this to Byron Saxton. The more I thought about it, it doesn't matter. Oh, please, guys, I need you to listen to this, how stupid this sounds. And I love Bianca, I do. It's sad that they made her say this. The more I thought about it, it doesn't matter what brand I'm on, as long as I'm repping WWE. You want me to repeat it? You probably don't. You're probably already trying to forget about it. The more I thought about it, it doesn't matter what brand I'm on, as long as I'm repping WWE. Doesn't matter what title I hold. Okay, where do I begin? How are you supposed to tell your audience that they should care about a championship, care about a title, care about a brand split, care about brand wars, right? When you yourself don't give a fuck about it. The more I thought about it, I don't really care what title I'm holding. I don't even care what brand I'm on, as long as I get to rep the big W's. It's supposed to be about prestige. You are carrying Raw on your back. You're the champion of that brand. You carry that red championship with such honor and respect. You are making that Raw red championship prestigious. And then in a snap of a finger, you're like, well, I guess we're going to do a player trade like baseball cards. So I'm okay with it. I'll get the blue one now. And I'll take it to my crate and I'll play around with it. I'll chew on it like it's a fucking Slinky toy. What are you, a fucking puppy? This company literally treats these titles like toys. They had her backstage tell Byron Saxton, I don't care what brand I'm on. I don't care what title I have, as long as I'm repping WWE. And now you're asking your fans to give a fuck about these titles. To give a fuck about a brand. Then what the fuck was the draft about? Why even care about this brand split that this company doesn't care about anyway? A month from now, and I'm being generous, you're going to see people going to each other's brand. SummerSlam, they're going to want to mix up some people, so they're just going to go there with no reason. They're not even going to try to act like they snuck in through the fucking, one of the fucking exit entrances of the arena, right? They're just going to have them already backstage in full gear. Like Scooter McGhee the last month. Scooter McGhee is on a Monday Night Raw brand, right? That's the roster he's a part of. Why was he showing up to every show? Nobody knows. Full gear. Adam Pearce is like, wow, I thought you were... It doesn't matter. Hi, buddy. This is the problem, guys. This is the problem. When the wrestlers don't even try to sell us that the brand split matters, that these titles are prestigious, and that holding the Raw Women's title is prestigious and an honor. No, the more I thought about it, I don't even care what brand I'm on. I don't even care the title that I'm holding. Let's just do a swap, and I'll rock out on SmackDown now. Just neglects everything you just did over on Raw. Come on, man. G. Glover, they've been looking great, man. They knew. They saw the writing on the wall, bro. They knew these titles, especially the women's tag titles, they knew they were going to be the opposite of relevant. Beyond irrelevancy. Teddy Long and JBL announced that the Alpha Academy and NXT's Katana Chance and Kaden Carter are drafted to Raw. That is huge on the NXT front. For the Alpha Academy, it's just more L's on the red brand. SmackDown is going to get Rick Boogs and to the moon, Cameron Grimes. Finally, we get to see Cameron Grimes do his thing. Main event, Sethington Rollins versus Solo Sikoa. Sethington wins via DQ. Usos interfere. Post-match, Scooter McGhee, Owens and Sammy brawl with the Bloodline. This is all they've had for these six for the entire month. They decided to do a Bloodlines, Usos and Solo versus Scooter McGhee, Mathew Riddle, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. They decided to do that for Backlash. And ever since Monday Night Raw after Mania, we've been getting the same fucking segment, guys. All six have brawled. Nearly if not every fucking show, these six have just brawled. And they think that's going to get us excited to see what Saturday night at Backlash? Another fucking brawl? Do they believe that we're such simpletons to the point where that gets us off? Maybe some fans, not the amplified unit, I assure you. So we had 3 hours of this show. 3 hours. And it ends with a fucking DQ in the same brawl we saw a month ago. and then 42 times since. Awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome, said nobody, and I do mean nobody, ever. That is your SmackDown review for 5/1/23. I appreciate every single one of you guys getting amplified, staying amplified with BC on today's Amped Up podcast featuring the Raw review and Night 2, the culmination of the draft of 2023 of WWE. I appreciate you guys big time. Everybody that took a moment to smash that up. Big thank you to all my gold card members, man. That's all the green names with those gold cards. You guys keep BC amplified with your membership. I think that's the coolest thing you could do on this channel. So I really do appreciate you guys. I love doing roll calls. You know that. It takes me a while. But coming up this week, I assure you, there's a big roll call coming up to date with my entire unit. To my entire red team, even if you're not a gold card, just being an amplified unit. Red team, go! Remember, you guys are the absolute best. Smashing those ups, saying what's up even when you don't have a lot of time. Little things like that, man, are the coolest. Now, I'm going to stick around for a little bit longer. That's the review. You guys go about your day and whoop ass. If you want to hang out a little bit more, if you want to shoot the shit and hear BC get more amplified, I'm going to stick around for a little bit more because there's super chats I want to go over. And that's another level of respect that you guys show to the channel, which I always am very thankful for. It's never needed. It's always appreciated, though. It's like throwing a tip to the content creator, and I just think that's fucking so cool, man. The things they do with these platforms, the things they come up with. But I think it's awesome. So, if you guys want to stick around, I would like to. Hopefully I can get up on a bigger screen, the super chats. Sometimes it won't let me. I'm hoping this is not one of those times. I got it! Yes! Hey, there was a lot of them, actually. I mean, you know what? I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to stick around and make sure you guys get those shout-outs. Thank you, guys. For anybody that's got to take off, much love and respect. Stay amplified. And until next time, and there will be a next time, top guy, I'm out. BC saying, check you. Or should I say, you guys saying, check you. I'm going to stick around for a little bit. But see you guys, man. Check you. We'll do this again soon. Salute. All right, guys. While they file out, whoever wants to stick around, I'm going to shoot the shit with you guys, man. Let's start off at... Before I even went live, there was a couple of super chats. You talk about tried and trues, man. Top of the list. JR9 Gaming, my right-hand man, and WWE AEW Marvel fan. WWE AEW Marvel fan with 2 5 spots says, as soon as I saw Rhea going to Raw, I thought, yep, they're going to trade the women's championships like lunchboxes, toys, and action figures. Shake my fucking head. You are 1 billion% correct, WWE AEW Marvel fan. Unfortunately, sadly, that is what's happening. WWE AEW Marvel fan as well with a 5 spot says, today is also my 21st birthday. Unfortunately, I can't stay. I will like the vid and tune in later today. Red and gold team, go! Yo! Unit! Anybody still in here, man? Yeah, thank you, Marie. Marie, I appreciate that. Guys, cakes or anything to do with a birthday, man. I don't know the emojis too well. But show one of my tried and trues some love and respect, please. WWE AEW Marvel fan. It is his 21st birthday. That is a milestone birthday. I was getting into a lot of fucking trouble at that age, so it's really cool to see people doing it the right way. Appreciate that, JR9, man. Appreciate that, Sontivia Major. Acid Take. MHB Fitty. I appreciate you guys, man. So I don't know if WWE AEW Marvel fan is still in here or not. He said he's going to have to check back in later today. But I hope you get all this love up in the chat, man. Cosmic Tron, James Shrimp Fajitas, CJ White, Flip, Justin Jones, Daniel, JJ, Bulldog, Strict Tango. Guys, I appreciate all that, man. I really do. That's all for you, WWE AEW Marvel fan. Happy birthday, dude. I appreciate you always being one of the tried and trues on this channel, man. It's always cool to see your name pop up. And you are still here. Yes, thanking the unit. WWE AEW Morphin. Happy birthday, bro. Live from the Ant-Man. And you talk about tried and true right-hand man, JR9 Gaming with that 5 spot. Says SmackDown won the draft, but all in all, it didn't change anything. Both brands are pretty much the same talent, and Raw looks dreadful. The draft solved nothing. And JR9, that was before I even went live, and you heard my take. So we are in sync with that spectrum of thought. This was to me, and it sounds like to you, moving puzzle pieces and accomplishing nothing. You, JR9 Gaming, you took a hit with your NXT there. A lot of good talents, but I don't think it's anybody that we didn't see coming, right? I do still think, like you said, Braun Breaker, I even think Cora Jade, they're going to really work her into getting ready. I think they're both going to get called up together. But JR9, I don't know if you think there was did you have a shock? I mean, Cameron Grimes wasn't a shock to me. Pretty Deadly was it? Odyssey Jones, maybe. But most were pretty expected. But JR9, we have the same mindset with this draft. This was absolutely smoke and mirrors. Will it help these brands? We will see. That's the only thing. I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt, and I am not going to put any expectations on these brands just because we move some puzzle pieces. Yeah, that one, absolutely. We went over that live, JR9. Alba and Isla, obviously. That was fucking... And those are your fucking girls, man. JR9, I was hoping you knew about that shit before BC saw that live. That was fucking... We were doing that live on Friday night. Jay, 2 spot. I think Roman will return next week on SmackDown. Yeah, probably for say some words. I don't even know. Jay, I don't know if he's going to even compete at the next pay-per-view. I think you're going to see him a couple of times. I really think this was supposed to be him dropping the title and just going on a vacay, man. Come back as a more diabolical, more ruthless Roman Reigns. It would have been more fun, more fresh. But they want this dude hitting Hulk Hogan's record of 1,474 days. They do not want Hulk Hogan in the number 3 spot for longest title reign. It doesn't matter if it's WWE title or Universal. Hogan is cemented in that spot, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Vincent Kennedy McMahon do not want that. So unless they change their minds and they maybe they take it from them at 1,100 or 1,200 days, the closer it gets to Hulkamania, brother, they're gonna do that. And that's why they created this fucking sham title. Clutch Shitty Fan, 10 spot, couple of coffees, BC. Saw on Twitter that they are going to separate the tag titles and introduce the world tag titles for Raw and the WWE tag titles for SmackDown. So maybe we will finally get better tag belts. Thoughts? Well, Clutch Shitty Fan, I heard nothing about that. So I didn't do my due diligence. I'm going to have to take that to JR9 Gaming and my chat live. Can you guys answer what Clutch City Fan is telling me in the super chats? Clutch City Fan said that they are going to separate tag titles and introduce the world tag titles for Raw and the WWE tag titles for SmackDown. Is there any truth to that? I have not heard anything about it. JR9 has not heard anything about that. Again, that's my right-hand man who knows a lot about the in and outs of what's happening behind the scenes like BC. That's going to be a double confirmation that that's a big fat no. I'm hearing nothing about that, Clutch City Fan. I have other unit members live in the chat that are telling me they heard nothing about it. The Stiffmeister, Ash Stifler Stegel, says, I have seen an article on it. But that's just an article. So that doesn't seem like any reputable actual report. So, yeah, I mean, it's a possibility, Clutch City Fan, so I don't really have thoughts about it until I hear reputable reports. Once I really start to hear something pick up by more than one person that don't know one another, then I can start to look at it as more reputable, and then I feel comfortable talking about it with my unit. Fleck Guapo, 11 spot. Vince and Triple H need to learn from NBA script writers and spoke in a Facebook group, and some fans are fickle, yet if you're ready for the Knicks to beat the Heat, can I get a yeah? I don't know about the group that H and Vince, NBA script writers is funny because a lot of these referees are writing out scripts live on the court. But am I ready for the Knicks to get a fucking game tonight from Miami? I'm going to give you I'll give you that, Fleck Wapo. Devil Jinx, 5-spot. WWE 2023 draft failed harder than Greece's GDP. No, I think it failed a lot worse than that, Devil. I don't see any way that this makes anything better. You moved puzzle pieces around. That's all you did. Let's be honest. JR9! I didn't even see that, man. 10-spot. JR9 Gaming Cup of Coffee says, seeing JC in the PC worried me all night. I saw that too. I was looking at who, and I was like, oh, shit. I was like, who's there, man? I saw several where I was like, oh, no, they're not going to do that, are they? Seeing JC in the PC worried me all night as I thought a call-up was happening, so relieved that it didn't. Roxy, Cora, and JC all had to stay due to how weak the NXT division would have been without them. True. But JR9, don't you think that Cora is going to go with Braun? Or do you think they're going to send a message just because you're in a relationship? If we deem you're not ready, you're not going with your significant other. Maybe. But yeah, JR9 Gaming, I had the same exact thoughts when I saw a lot of people at that Performance Center. Pimp Jesus, 2-spot. Typical WWE nonsense. Solidified with an exclamation point. Pimp Jesus. Mark Chisholm, 10-spot. Another title swap for the ladies. Storylines making no sense. 50-50 booking. Lackluster buildup. And an underwhelming low-energy draft. And force-feeding talent down our throats pretty much sums it up. Damn, Mark. Damn, Mark, when you put it that way, bro. Salute. You nailed it. If you don't mind, I want to replay that super chat, man. Mark Chisholm says another title swap for the ladies, storylines that make no sense, 50-50 booking, lackluster buildup, an underwhelming low-energy draft, and force-feeding talent down our throats. Pretty much sums it up. Pretty much sums up WWE. Mark. Correct. Ash Stifler Stegler's 10-spot. Ash Stifler Steggles. Oh, man, I always remind me of fucking American Pie, man. I love it. I'm back. I don't know why I read that in Eric Bischoff's theme music. I'm back once again, and I do apologize that I missed the SmackDown live stream, but I had work on Saturday morning, so I couldn't join the party. Work comes first. Smash that out. I did see your super thanks, Stiffmeister. So you don't have to ever apologize, man. We'll always be right here rocking out, man, and we'll be waiting for your return, Stifler. Jay, 2-spot. Dolph Ziggler and Nikki Cross deserve better. Yeah, Nikki Cross is lost in the mud for sure. Dolph Ziggler, it boggles my dome piece that nobody, or SmackDown on Raw, 5 hours of television, over 10 different rounds of the draft, over 10 rounds, and even post shows, and nobody wanted Dolph Ziggler. Strict Tango. Thank you, Jay. Strict Tango, 2-spot. Did you hear Psycho Sid's opinion about Monet? No, what did Psycho Sid Justice? Sid Vicious. What did he say about Sasha Banks and Mercedes Monet? Strict Tango, tell me in the chat, man. Or somebody tell me what Strict Tango was talking about in the super chat if you don't mind. Savage, 1024, The Punisher, 5-spot. WWE should bring back 2015 Rollins because I really despise this new Rollins. I was never a big fan of this drip Rollins. It's lame. Savage, 1024, The Punisher, I completely agree with you 1,000,000,000%. I don't even think he knows what this character is. I applaud him for trying new shit. This ain't it. And then he gets the theme, the sing-along because he knows fans like to sing to the song and it helps get people over. It's a cheap way to get over. It's cheap. And when the song is over, we still don't know about this Seth Rollins or what the fuck is supposed to captivate us. We all like Seth Rollins. We think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. He carries his weight and his load and he helps others. But I just can't get behind him winning world titles, and I'm supposed to care, and a lot of you guys I know feel the same. What did Sid Justice call Mercedes Moné? Sid called her that. What was it? Hold on. called Monet, JR9 Gaming, the most overrated wrestler of all time. What? Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, is overrated? She's nearly everybody's best match. She's definitely Io Shirai. Io Sky's one of her best matches. Easily many of Charlotte Flair's best matches. Her and Becky Lynch's best match that I've seen was Hell in a Cell with Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks and Bayley, you could pick a couple of matches that were the best for Bayley. Bianca Belair's best match with Sasha Banks. Asuka was with Sasha Banks. How do you figure that's overrated? If somebody is the common denominator of everybody's best match, or at least one of their best matches, you're probably one of the best wrestlers in the world. Guys, that has nothing to do with BC. That has nothing to do with BC being a Sasha fan. Yeah, JR9, it's even worse than an awful take. I like Sid Vicious. He was called Sid Vicious in WCW. When he went to WWE, Vince likes to change names, so he called him Sid Justice. And then it got cut down to Psycho Sid. But I don't mind that. I used to love Psycho Sid. If you guys want to see one of the most gnarly, I don't know if there's video of it or not, but one of the most gnarly, or at least hear about one of the most gnarly injuries in all of pro wrestling, Sid Justice's leg totally snapped backwards. It was sickening. And he's a big dude, and his leg just twisted backwards, or his kneecap just twisted the wrong way. It was gross, bro. And he came back, that dude. But to call, even if you don't like Sasha Banks, that's fine. That's fine. Eye of the beholder, right? We have likes and we have dislikes. Some people put pineapple on their fucking pizza. Some people say, what the fuck are you doing putting pineapple on your pizza? Some people put mayonnaise with their peanut butter. What the fuck are you doing? Get the jelly or get the fluffernutter if you're from New England and put the mayonnaise in the fridge. What are you doing, you weirdo? Other people have different likes and dislikes. But factually, Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, gives everybody their best match, or at least one of them. That means Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné is the opposite of overrated. If she sucked, if she didn't give everybody really good matches and their best, I'd be right there with you. Even if I was a fan. Just don't get that shit, man. Sid said that, huh? Huh. Damn, man. I don't know what the fuck Sid Justice is talking about. Sasha Banks is overrated. I don't get that, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry, guys. I had to spend a moment on that. I'm actually absolutely... maybe he's got his wrestlers... Sid's a little up there in age. He's been out of the game for a while. Maybe he meant... Maybe he was thinking about Charlie Flair and accidentally said Mercedes Moné. I don't know. Jack Brewer, 5-spot at work, giving the GOAT a coffee. We'll catch the review later. Check you later, gold and red unit. Raw put me to sleep last night. Wake up, it was over. Well, you did yourself a favor by missing that, whether that was consciously or subconsciously, Jack Brewer. Kick ass at work, brother, and I appreciate you stopping by, smashing that like, helping out the algorithm, and saying what's up to BC. And going a step further and throwing BC a coffee. Not needed, but that is so fucking epic. Jack Brewer, smash out work, brother. This will be on the channel later for you to come back and check out. Appreciate you big time. One of my first gold card members was Jack Brewer, guys. True story. Beyond dumb statement by Sid. I gotta believe that was not meant for Mercedes. That's just so awkward. Savage 1024 the Punisher 5-spot. BC, here's another laugh image. If they gave Cody Rhodes the polka dots gimmick his father had I can see WWE doing that. I hope not, BC LOL. Savage 1024 the Punisher. Could you imagine that? Although That, first of all, Savage 1024 the Punisher, that's something that Kennedy McMahon would absolutely do. He would say, just for a week, it will be a laugh. Come on, Cody, do it for a laugh. Put the company on your shoulders. Do it for the brand. And he'd put Cody Rhodes in polka dots to have some fun, right? But this is a Cody Rhodes that would step up and say no. Unlike Hunter Hearst Helmsley, that doesn't have the balls. Helmsley refuses to grab his balls out of Stephanie's purse. Cody would step up and say, I'm not putting on polka dots, Vince. I'm not doing it. Maybe it would be Schnoz McGhee, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, telling Cody to put the polka dots on. In which I hope Cody takes the sledgehammer and chops off some of the schnoz of HHH. But it wouldn't work because HHH would tell more lies and Pinocchio would grow that nose even more. But I could absolutely see this company putting polka dots on Cody Rhodes. Savage 1024 the Punisher. I want to say too funny, but it's a horrible image to even think about. Again, something the company would do. Jeremy Orr, 2-spot. What up, Jeremy? Thank you, brother. BC, why do you think they are waiting on Breakker? Well, because he's got the big matchup on the 27th, I believe is the date. They're going head-to-head. NXT is going head-to-head with Double or Nothing from AEW, and they're having a big matchup with Braun Breakker. So they already announced that. I don't think they want to muddy the waters with Braun Breakker having double duty, right? He's going to one of these brands, but he's also got this big main event at NXT, or at least one of the big matches. I don't know if they want to muddy those waters, and Braun Breakker is too big of a star just to throw into a draft pool. I said this recently. Braun Breakker should be a mystery surprise later on in the year. He should be his own surprise. He should not be in a pool with other people. He should not be being talked about with Pretty Deadly or even my boy Cameron Grimes or Alba Fire, Isla Dawn. Nobody. Braun Breakker is big enough to be a big surprise on his own. So I want to say that's the reasoning. Jeremy Orr. Although that seems like logic and common sense, so I don't know if WWE did it for those reasons. Aquarius, 1-spot, just showing the love and support. Thank you, Aquarius. Ray Hunt, 10-spot. As a wrestling fan, I hate seeing Liv Morgan get rolled up. However, as a man, I love seeing Liv get rolled up. Yeah. Ray Hunt, I love the yeah at the end, brother. And I agree, absolutely. As much as booking-wise, it pains me to see. When I see Liv Morgan rolled up, I gotta say, all right. I'll put the fucking notepad down for a minute, or for 3 seconds. I'll watch Liv Morgan get rolled up. Ali, 499, 5-spot. I don't like the 50-50 booking on certain superstars they use to make no sense at all. Ali, that's the problem. They do it too often, and it makes everybody and everything look like an absolute clusterfuck of a joke. Yeah. Ali with another 5-spot says, and plus, BC, I apologize for last Friday when I sent you a super chat thinking that you didn't read my 2 other super chats. But you did. I apologize. Oh, no, Ali, I got that. I totally got it, brother. Some people don't know that it's going through. I have no control over that. The tube, goes through that, and yeah, I have no clue. I see it, though. I just have no control over it. But I knew exactly that you were just not seeing it. So you don't even got to apologize for that, Ali. I appreciate the coffees and the support, brother. Next level support. Ali, I got to give you a proper salute, man. Even for the mistake super chats. The mistake coffees. Ali, salute, man. Aubrey James, 5-spot. Remember Vince booked top stars. Vince doesn't even create the top stars anymore, Aubrey James. When they're about to get the rocket, he fucking diffuses the rocket. And they sputter into the ground, into deep irrelevancy, a pit of misery. I wish Aubrey James that Vince would just book stars, period. Jamal Straken, 2-spot, a month and no explanation from Brock. Shake my head. Jamal Straken is correct, 1,000,000,000%. It is a month later, The main event is this Saturday night, Brock and Cody. And like Jamal says, and I said several times in this live stream, a month has gone by and no explanation from Brock. Shake my head. It's because this company isn't going to give us one. And they're not going to give us one because they don't have an explanation. They don't care. They're just doing weird shit and hoping we don't ask questions or we're too stupid to ask the questions. Jamal Straken with another 5-spot coffee says, Asuka got drafted to SmackDown to take the title from Bianca to fix WWE's botch at Mania. I wish it was that simple. WWE does not think that way, bro. Kana Asuka will not be getting that title from Bianca. It'll be Charlie Flair. And even if that happened, Jamal, it's the same thing I said about Cody Rhodes. Even if Cody was to somehow, and they're on different brands now, telling you that this story was never going to continue. And if it was, it's going to be way in the future. And they're going to act like it's a continuation when it's really a whole new book, just with the same players. But even if Cody somehow defeated Roman at SummerSlam this year, in a few months, or next year at Mania, it is a devalued victory. You'll never get the lightning in a bottle moment like you had at Mania this year. You'll never get that back. It'll be the same thing with Kana Asuka. That was the moment on the biggest stage. Why the fuck would you swap titles with Bianca now and then have Bianca lose anyway to Kana Asuka on a devalued stage with a devalued moment? Jamal, it's a consolation prize for botched booking. I don't need it. You don't need it. We don't need it. Do it correctly, and we can get behind it. We don't need consolation prizes. Yeah, Muhammad Isa, 550. I honestly see more of a future world champion in Dominic than I see in Theory. Bro, that's the problem. Dominic is getting natural, genuine, elite level heel heat right now. And they are manufacturing Austin Theory's heel heat. Theory's been holding that title with no relevancy behind it. Nobody's buying tickets to live events going, I can't wait to see Austin Theory. Did you guys see Austin Theory last night? Nobody's doing that. They're piping in boos still. They're spending 10 minutes of promos trying to get Austin Theory to get fans pissed at him. Fucking A, this is exhausting. Meanwhile, Dominic just touches the mic and you have enough boos to boo him out of the United States. I loved it. Dominic is crushing the game. That is what you call natural, genuine, kick-ass, elite level heel heat. William Sweeney, 2-spot. Don't know why, but I feel so amplified. That's because you on the real podcast now, man. There's a billion podcasts on this platform in the wrestling community. Everybody spews their opinions, their thoughts. Ain't nobody drops facts like this, bro. Ain't nobody is this level of amplified for hours at a time, right? They may go through rants. No. We stay amplified. This is not an act. This is not something that we just do every now and again, baby. We rock it out amplified style. That's why you're feeling that, William. And I love when the unit is amped up. Appreciate it, dude. Stay amplified, William Sweeney. Stay amplified. We the ones, the rest are far distant twos. I say that shit all the time. That's not just a catchphrase. Phil O'Malley. Haven't seen Phil in a long time, actually. 5-spot coffee. What up, BC? Hope you're doing well. We're kicking ass, Phil. I may not be in the chat often, but I always tune in. Phil, I'm glad to hear that, man. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see your name pop up. As long as you stay amplified, we will keep the lights on. Love you. Much love and respect, Phil. I love to hear that, man. There's been a lot of fans, Phil, that tune out of wrestling because it sucked for the last 5 to 10 years. And a lot of people come back after a while and they're like, BC, man, I haven't caught you in a long time, man. Good to see you. You're still doing your thing. I always tell you, if you got to walk away, bro. I totally get it. All I ask is that you stop by every now and again and say what's up to BC. Smash the up. Help BC out with a completely free, doesn't cost a thing. Smash the up and say what's up. That's all I ask. Don't be a stranger. Stop by and say what's up. So, Phil, I appreciate you, man. Life happens, right? You got all these other things going on. I get it. So, Phil, good to see you up in here, man. 4th one, 2-spot. I heard they don't want Hogan in the top 5 at all. No, they don't. 4th one. And that's even scarier, isn't it? Because, okay, say Roman boots Hulk Hogan out of the 3 spot. Well, that means you still got 2 more people that got to beat 14, 74 days? Or 1 more person. No, it would be 2 because they want him out of the 5. Yeah, Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Vincent Kennedy McMahon do not want him in those books at all. So that's absolutely correct, 4th one. That's exactly what I heard. WWE, AEW Marvel fan, 5 spot. Happy birthday! I remembered. If I was able to rebook the draft, I would have called up my gal Cora Jade and Braun Breaker to Raw. Don't worry, WWE, AEW Marvel fan. I do feel like they're going to, at least Braun. Braun is going to have his own moment by himself, a surprise debut. And I think that's the way to go. Cora Jade is the wild card here. I don't know if they bring her up yet. She definitely could use more time in NXT. So I don't know about Cora, but WWE, AEW Marvel fan, wait a little bit, just a little bit. Braun Breaker is probably on the horizon by SummerSlam. JR9 Gaming, 2 spot. Dominic winning the Money in the Bank could be very entertaining. JR9 Gaming, first and foremost, make sure it's not Omos, right? That's the first order of business. And then give it to somebody that can help skyrocket the situation, having the briefcase. I never even thought of Dominic Mysterio holding it. You just brought that up now, JR9. I am completely down with that. When I just read that, JR9 Gaming, I didn't cringe at all. That means there's something to it. Can they do it correctly? Would they do that? Would they pull the trigger on Dominic Mysterio collecting the briefcase? Remains to be seen, but I love that idea, JR9. First order of business, make sure that it's not Omos. That's not going to elevate Omos. It's not going to elevate Money in the Bank. It's going to devalue an entire situation on our hands. Money in the Bank is going to become a joke if it isn't already. And it pretty much almost already is a joke. You guys remember Boombox Brock taking the briefcase and acting like it's a fucking boombox radio? You remember Otis? He didn't even get the cash in. Otis just fucking handed it over to Miz, basically. You remember James Ellsworth winning it for Carmella? Do you remember Austin Theory last year cashing in on the U.S. title because he was too afraid and didn't think he was going to beat Roman? That was his excuse. And that was in the middle of a Monday Night Raw during an open challenge for the title that he's cashing in on. Nothing made sense. So if people don't already look at the Money in the Bank like it's a joke, somebody like Dominic Mysterio could help make it more valuable. If an Omos wins, that might be the final nail in the coffin. Dwayne Piazza, I appreciate that, man. We are the best. The Amplify unit is the best in the community, bro. Trust that shit. JR9 Gaming, man. Hey, let's do that. Put it on Dominic Mysterio. DJ is a prodigy, a couple 2 spots. Make stars, give them a reason to feud, then fight. Simple philosophy. DJ is a prodigy. It's not rocket science, right? Tell Vinnie Mac and tell HHH that, bro. Make stars, give them a reason to feud, and then fight. Build stories during the shows, week by week, show by show, and then at the pay-per-view, have them go at it and make us pay for that shit because we need to see it. We're going to pay you money, streaming service or pay-per-view, whatever, but we have to see your epic story culminate. No, they don't do that anymore. DJ is a prodigy. 2-spot wrestling is that simple in 3 steps. Exactly right. Make stars, give them a reason to feud. Fight! Let's get it on! Ash, Stifler, Steggles. The Stiffmeister! 5-spot. Also, cross to SmackDown. Shinsuke to Raw. Why? Plus, I'm down for an LA Knight, yeah, and Cameron Grimes run on SmackDown because they nailed it in NXT. In recent memory, that is easily my top 5 for sure. Maybe even top 3 things that happened in NXT over the last several years. I liked Cameron Grimes and LA Knight that much. And the fact that the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and the $1 Million title was involved, I loved it, man. I really did. And Cameron Grimes and LA Knight are 2 of my favorites right now. And that started down in NXT. So, yeah, I'm down with that as well, Stiffmeister. Stifler, Steggles. Let's do it again on the main roster, and let's rock it out. Can they do that? We'll see, man. As far as Shinsuke over to Raw and Cross staying on SmackDown. That's just moving puzzle pieces or keeping them where they are. Keeping puzzle pieces that didn't work to begin with there and moving them with no concept of what that puzzle piece that was just moved, what it does. They're just moving it. I hope that makes sense, because this doesn't. This doesn't. So I don't even have an answer for you, bro. Big Time Baxter, 5 spot. BC, I just checked the WWE website after the draft. Over 121 active main roster wrestlers drafted between Raw, SmackDown, excluding inactive/injured wrestlers. So there you go. Big Time Baxter. Great stat there, man. Over 121 active main roster wrestlers were drafted. Now, a lot of those obviously stayed put, but those were the draft list. Now, what's funny about that, Big Time Baxter, over 121 active in the draft. Tony Khan has 171 active members on his one organization. That shows you how many wrestlers Tony Khan has, guys. 121 were active during the draft. And you want to talk about the ones not included, eligible. How about Bray Wyatt? How about Alexa Bliss? Unfortunately, people like Big E, but we know why. And then weird situations like Brock Lesnar and Omos, granted free agent status for no reason at all. Big Time Baxter, interesting, brother. JR9 Gaming, 5 spot, says, great stream. 35K sold for All In on the first day of pre-sale. Also, can't wait for JC versus Gigi with Gigi's brother in attendance tonight. JC needs to win. I feel like we said a couple of times that something needed to happen, though, and they went the other way, JR9. It sounds, this is twice now that you've mentioned that. It sounds like you're adamant that that is just what has to happen tonight. The good news is it's NXT and not main roster, so it most likely, or the chances are better that it will happen. I'll definitely be checking that out. I don't know if I can catch it live, but that is going to be a big situation that I will make sure that I catch somehow. As far as 35K sold for All In, that's big. They were hoping for 40 up front, so they would just have to do 10,000. Because that's still going to be hard to get, probably, the 10,000, because they're aiming for 50. I think that's a good goal. They're not going to sell the place out, guys. If you're hoping for Wembley Stadium to get sold out, it's not going to happen. They're not selling 75,000 tickets or whatever the fuck. But if they can get 50, that's success. 35 is a damn solid start. Thanks for that update, JR9. I did not know about that. I appreciate you. I know I put you to work a lot in this one, JR9 Gaming. I appreciate you big time, man, as always. The coffees are an added bonus, but having you fucking help out BC Live, that is priceless. Phil Ometti, 5 spot. Phil, back up in the super, says, so Alba and Isla go to SmackDown. Katana and Kaden go to Raw. The NXT women's tag titles will be on the main roster. Why? Get rid of those tag titles. Phil, it's because this is what they do. They don't make sense, and they hope that we don't question it. I can't say that enough. And I've been saying that for years, Phil. You're tried and true. You know that. They do shit nonstop that doesn't make sense, and they hope that we don't realize it, or at least at the bare minimum, don't question it. And then we get to a place like we are now. And as far as doing away with the titles, I know that's a simple solution, but I don't mind women's tag titles. There's enough females, actually. Just do it right. We're not asking you to move mountains. We're not asking you to tap into rocket science or to get a degree from Notre Dame and then Harvard and then create for WWE. No, we're just saying take the roster that you have and make it special. Make a real tag division. There's no need not to. Now you got Katana Chance and fucking Caden Carter and champions Alba Fire and Isla Dawn all coming up from NXT. Literally, tag teams. I mean, Caden Carter was by herself originally and Chance. I get it. But we're viewing them as a real tag team lately. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn just go together. It's like perfectly like fucking cheese on the macaroni. You have teams, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. I can invest into that if you book them properly. You have teams. Fucking do it right. So, Phil, I agree. And it's sad that we are even talking about getting rid of the titles because there's no reason it shouldn't be working. There's enough females in that company, on those brands. Spicy Mama McCaleb, 10 spot, couple of coffees. What up, handsome? At work right now, working these babies, but I still got time for you during their nap time. LOL. Spicy Mama McCaleb, salute. Always good to see you up in here. I appreciate the words. Put a smile on BC's face before I go and get amplified in the world some more. Start fucking wrecking havoc and wreaking havoc on the world. Staying amplified. At work right now, Spicy Mama. Putting the babies down. I still got some time for you during their nap time. I appreciate you for the moments that you do have, Spicy Mama McCaleb. Coming on in, smashing the up and showing that love to BC. Spicy Mama McCaleb, much love and respect right back to you. Work those babies off. Stay amplified. Spicy Mama. Man, so good to see you guys always up in the chat, man. The supers are an added bonus. Love seeing your guys' names pop up, man. William Sweeney, 2 spot. William Sweeney says, Roman's legacy will be that of VKM's vendetta over Hogan. Exclamation point. Well said, William Sweeney. That's no lies detected, bro. I got to everybody. William Sweeney, Spicy Mama McCaleb, Phil Omet, JR9 Gaming, of course, Big Time Baxter, Ash Stifler Steggles, DJ is a prodigy, WWE, AEW, Marvel fan, happy birthday again, bro. The 4th one, Jamal Straken, Muhammad Isa, Aubrey James, Ali, Ray Hunt, Aquarius, Jeremy Orr, Savage 1024, The Punisher, Jack Brewer, Strict Tango, Jay, Mark Chisholm, Pimp Jesus, Devil Jinx, Fleck Guapo, Clutch City Fan. Oh, my supers, man. That was like an extra half an hour at least of content, man. I love shooting the shit with you guys. I appreciate all the coffees, guys. Never needed, always appreciated. All I need from you guys is to show up amplified, use common sense and logic, and smash that up. It's all free. Doesn't cost a damn fucking dime. If you want to show another level of support to the channel, like my super chatters, like my gold card members, that's an extra gold level of support. But just fucking show up, be amplified, use common sense and logic, and smash the up. It's a 3 simple step process. That's all you got to do, bro. And thanks to you guys on 17 minutes notice, we're about to hit 400 on the ups live. You thank BC. I thank you guys, man. Now I'm going to end this stream. It's going to go up on the channel, and thousands of amplified unit members that did not have the notification bell, they're going to be able to catch this, and they're going to see that we rocked the fuck out. Like Phil said, 13 more, 11 more, and we got 400 live on 17 minutes notice. So you're giving a layup to the thousands coming in. All they got to do is 500. They only got to get a fucking 100 at that point. Guys, thank you, man. I know I took up about 2.5 hours of your time. There was a lot to talk about. Until next time, and there will be a next, 5 more, and we hit 400, guys. 4 more. We got to do this live, man. Fuck that. 1 more. We're about to hit 400 live. That is fucking epic, man. 1 more, and we got that shit. 400 on the ups. I appreciate that, Big Dad. We nailed it, man. 400 on 17 minutes of notice in the middle of the morning/afternoon. It's fucking awesome. Most people, they tell you they're going to be live for 12 hours in advance, or they have a set schedule. Fucking A, man. You guys are the absolute best. Like JR9 Gaming said, we rock this shit, man. Phil on that, man. You know it, man. We're going to stay amplified because it's all we know how to be. There's no bullshit here, bro. You know that. Renee G, JJ, everybody, man. I'll keep you here another half an hour if I do a roll call. Until next time, and there will be a next time. BC is out. Top guy, we're out. Salute. Keep rocking, unit. Thank you. What a fucking stream, man. Let's do this again soon. Salute. Last sip. I was saving that shit. Salute. Salute, unit.